Ladies and gentlemen, to begin the Super Brawl 91 festivities, please welcome national recording artist Randy Brown, who will sing America the Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains, majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Super Brawl 91. You're looking live at the Bayfront Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. Jim Ross and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes at ringside. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight you're going to see 12 great matches. 4 championships will be decided. In 1979, in this very facility, my colleague, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, won the heavyweight championship of the world against Harley Race. I know you spent time this afternoon with Tatsumi Fujinami and with Nature Boy Ric Flair. Dusty, will we settle the controversy tonight for the World's Championship?
Well, Jimbo, let me tell you about tonight here in the Bayfront Center. We're talking about the World's Heavyweight title. We're talking about WCW at its best. Fujinami, Flair match up evenly sized weight. They've been in wrestling about the same number of years. Fujinami took the controversy to Japan, say, I am the champion. Flair brought the title back. We're going to find out tonight who is the World's Heavyweight Wrestling Champion right here at Super Bowl. Let's get on with it, Daddy.
Plus, ladies and gentlemen, the Steiners take on Lex Luger and Sting. You can talk to Lex Luger and Sting right now on the wrestling hotline. But without any further ado, let's go up to our ring announcer, Gary Michael Capetta, in our first event.
Ladies and gentlemen, this first contest in Super Brawl 91, special tag team action to decide the United States Tag Team Championship. Introducing first, making his way toward the ring, chairman of the board of the Diamond Exchange,
Line it up.
Diamond Dallas
I'll
Page.
take off. I'll take off.
And ladies and gentlemen, he represents from Bad Street, USA, in Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey!
The greatest rock and roll band of all time, the fabulous Freebirds. And they're accompanied by their road boss, Big Daddy Dick.
Good God! It doesn't get any better than this! You're looking at it live and in color! Super Brawl and the next future U.S. Tag Team Champions, the fabulous Freebirds! Good God! Hey, baby!
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, from Wyoming, Steve Tracy, the Young Pistols.
Steve and Tracy, the Young Pistols, going for their first major tag team championship tonight here at Super Brawl 91. The Steiner brothers had to relinquish the United States Tag Team Championship when they won the World Tag Team Championship. And Dusty, this is a winner-take-all situation. The winning team in this match will be the new United States Tag Team Champion. We'll have the outcome of that one as this night progresses.
Well, Jimbo, I know one thing tonight. The Young Pistols are representing the great state of Wyoming. I know everybody out there and all over the world is ready for this matchup, a matchup that brings some great athletes together. The Freebirds experience low flying to the ground. The Young Pistols coming from everywhere in the arena trying to win the vacated United States heavyweight title. It's going to be funky here, baby. I love it.
The Young Pistols, a very popular team, ladies and gentlemen. Speed and quickness, their greatest asset. We know they'll take chances offensively. It will be Steve starting out against Michael P.S. Hayes. The Freebirds, as I mentioned, the former World Tag Team Champions, are a very experienced team. Their DDT is a deadly finishing maneuver. And we have seen their road boss, Big Daddy Dink, at ringside. Dusty, Big Daddy Dink, you know the man very well. He could be a factor in this one.
I think anytime you have a manager in a ring or in a corner with some individuals, they can be a factor. Right here with Rockford.
Going for cover right there. Rolling cradle by Steve. And Hayes taking it back there a little bit. Young Pistols are very, very anxious. I know when I talked to them earlier today, Dream, they were really uptight. This is their first time to the big dance.
Yeah, but I think they want it, baby. They're out here now. Once that bell rings, you smell the popcorn, hear the roar of the crowd, you're ready for it.
Outside goes Steve. And Hayes and Garvin already double teaming. Oh, Big Daddy missed the clothesline, but he was killed, and so were the Birds.
Well, let me say this. If they were nervous, brother, the nervousness just come out of them.
It's like in football, when the kickoff comes, you get that first hit under your belt, the butterflies seem to go away, and if that is a good illustration here, then Steve and Tracy now will be very focused in their efforts to win the United States Tag Team Championship. It's a side headlock applied by Steve on Michael P.S. Hayes. And Big Daddy Dink with a trip there.
Well, like you said, Jim, the man on the outside, we talking about Big Daddy Dink, is always a factor, and that factor could cause, look, dudes come to ringside here. Brad Armstrong right here, one of the Young Pistols' main men right here, baby. Now it's even, now it's even.
Of course, Brad Armstrong, the older brother of Steve, of the Young Pistols. And if you want to go 3-on-3, then they're ready right now.
Woo. Brother, I tell you, they light them up out here right now. We even this thing up real quick.
It's a family tradition as far as the Armstrongs are concerned. Big Daddy Dink with a propensity for interfering.
Ooh, propensity. Whatever that is, I know it's right. I know it's true.
I learned that word from Gordon.
I hear that, brother. Look at him here, man. We talking about pandemonium. These kids right here were ready for it. Brad was in town. They knew that. Right here, what's the referee doing here now?
He may be ejecting Big Daddy Dink from ringside.
I like it. I like it.
He's giving him the boot.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Big Daddy Dink has been ejected. And he's waddling back to the locker room.
Ooh,
it will be 2-on-2 now.
We all leaving up now, baby. We all leaving up. Let's go for it.
Now, the Young Pistols, one would think, did not prepare to have their Brad out here, but the Freebirds, on the other hand, did prepare to have Big Daddy Dink at ringside. Dusty, what kind of factor will this be in this match?
I think this is going to make it a lot even match, but I want to tell you one thing right here. You cannot count the experience of the Freebirds out. The Young Pistols have to stay on the game plan. They have to keep doing what brought them to the dance right here.
Oh, what offense! We told you at the outset that they would take chances. The Young Pistols will take a chance or two. They'll generate the offense. Tracy sliding right under the bottom rope with a well-placed foot right above the sternum of Jimmy Jam Garvin.
I tell you what, the whole state of Wyoming just jumped up and once in unison out there and started screaming and hollering. They got control of this match. They need to stay in control. They need to stay on top of the situation to become United States Tag Team Champions.
One would assume that the Young Pistols would like to wrestle an up-tempo match. Jimmy Jam Garvin and Michael Hayes like the ground attack. And again, the Young Pistols showing great quickness and resiliency here. Double team offense. Tandem shoulder blocks. Tracy on top, and he got 2.5.
How close he gonna get right there?
Garvin, the veteran, backing away. trying to stop this momentum.
You see what I see here, Jim, is a situation where Big Daddy Dink has been sent to the back. They are left alone. Dallas Page is not out here. They're going to have to think for themselves. Their game plan was as a unit, as 5-6 people. They got down. They had a game plan. They talked about a team effort. The team is now cut down to 2 guys against 2 guys that really want it bad. Who wants it the worst? We're going to find out.
Michael Hayes not getting a lot of fan support here in the jam-packed Bayfront Center here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Side headlock by Tracy on Michael Hayes. Hayes for the leapfrog. And Garvin pulled the rope down, and Tracy went right over the top rope. The Freebirds again attempt some double-team offense. Oh, man, he dropped him face first right across the steel railing.
Well, what we've seen here was experience, like I talked about. The experience of them being together for a long time, a little bit more age, a little longer in wrestling. We've seen a move there that could hurt a man, cripple a man. We're going to see what kind of comeback fire that the Young Pistols got now, because they're definitely on the lower end of this thing.
Garvin measuring Smothers, and he kicks Tracy in the head right off the apron again, back into the steel security railing. Freebirds are very opportunistic when their opponent is in this position. There's no, left hand by Hayes.
Well, I think what's happened here is the Freebirds realize that they're going to have to do this thing without the other member, without the third member, without Big Daddy Dink. And I know that Michael Hayes can go back and think about all the titles he's won. They want it bad too. We failed to mention that, and right now they're taking it to the Young Pistols.
Scoop slam by Jimmy Jam Garvin working on the back. There's a lateral press. Leg is hooked, and he got 2 out of it. Garvin now hammering away at the chest and pectoral region of Tracy. Even the Freebirds have their fans' dream, even though they're in the vast minority in this arena.
I think one of the things that WCW offers throughout this country is for the fans to choose the people that they want in competition to win or lose. That's what makes us the best at what we do, and we're seeing it right here tonight.
Smothers with the elbow in the abdomen, frees himself, but Garvin comes back with a foot to the stomach himself and a knee to the side of the head. Again, Garvin, experience going for the lateral press. Referee was out of position there, not in a position to make the count, and there's a tag, and here comes Michael Hayes in a chop.
Boy, he laid that one in, I tell you.
As we mentioned, the Freebirds love that DDT.
Here we go.
There's Tracy up on top. Hayes tried an inverted atomic drop, didn't work, but the left hand found its mark.
Awesome left hand.
Another quick tag, here comes Jimmy Jam Garvin. The experience of the Freebirds coming to the front here with those quick tags.
Beautiful move right there, Jim.
Good
Beautiful.
karate kick by Tracy. He's rolled to the wrong corner, unfortunately for him. He well served to make the tag. Garvin did.
Here we
so
go.
did Smothers.
We got new blood in there, baby. We got new life.
High elevation with a backdrop. Nailing Jimmy Jam Garvin. Hayes goes down from those right hands.
He's dealing on him now, right here.
Scoop slams, and now all 4 men are in the ring in this battle for the United States Tag Team Championship. And right now, the Freebirds are in a great deal of trouble.
And the Young Pistols need to start thinking about going for the win right here.
Oh, they both took a chance.
High-risk maneuver. High risk. We knew it coming in. That was a high-risk maneuver.
We thought they'd take their chances offensively. That time it did not pay off.
The people calling for that DDT, Jim, right here.
Out goes Armstrong, and there's Smothers on top. Double clothesline right off the top rope. Explosive offense generated by Tracy Smothers. Double clothesline, and the Birds have flown from their nest here.
They've flown for the nest, but one thing is for sure, you cannot pin when both guys are outside. You need to get them inside to go for the win. Beautiful.
What a move. Dusty, a crossbody off the top rope. This kid took the ultimate chance there, and it paid off.
It paid off, but he needs to get him in the ring, and he needs to go for the win.
Irish whip to the center of the ropes. Young Pistols on top.
There it is. That's it,
Flying
baby.
elbow.
We're going to have new United States champions right here.
Garvin bobbed back in.
They're not paying attention to Michael Hayes. They need to go for the victory.
Hayes is the legal man. And the Young Pistols may be a little sidetracked now. They're young and they're emotional. Oh, the ref went down. Referee, wait a minute.
Hey.
Who's on that?
I don't know. What is this?
The Young Pistols have the Freebirds defeated.
What is this?
Whoever this guy is, the feathers are flying. He came right off the top rope. He's got him hooked. And a DDT from the second turnbuckle.
Look at this. He's got two of them. Who is this guy?
A referee is down. A pair of DDTs.
He's leaving the ring.
His
Jimbo.
shirt said Fantasia on it.
That's Fantasia. They talked about Fantasia, part of the game plan. The new United States champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners and new United States Tag Team Champions, the Fabulous Freebirds.
With the help of an unknown assailant, the Fabulous Freebirds have just won the United States Tag Team Championship. Thus, let's take another look. What a startling turn of events we have seen.
Well, as I said, we had taken the Freebirds had taken most of the match, and the Young Pistols come back. And as we know, the Young Pistols were on top of their game towards the end. I made a comment they needed to go for the win. Not going for the win brought the game plan out. The game plan was that they had Fantasia waiting in the wings. We're going to see right here now as they go for it. We'll see Fantasia come down, run from the back, go up, double DDT. Double DDT. Tremendous win for the Freebirds.
Well, the Freebirds are the new United States Tag Team Champions. And Dusty coming up momentarily. It will be Ricky Morton and Dangerous Dan Spivey. This is going to be a supreme challenge for Ricky Morton. And as the Young Pistols are dejected, and rightfully so, and leaving the ring, let's go back up to our ring announcer, Gary Michael Capetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest on Super Brawl 91, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Nashville, Tennessee, he weighs 208 pounds, Ricky Morton.
Ricky Morton making his way to the ring. Pound for pound, one of the most outstanding athletes ever to compete in WCW. And I talked to Ricky earlier today. He says he does not see his size as a handicap in tonight's match, even though he's going to be outweighed almost 100 pounds.
Ricky Martin's never been one to go up against a big old oak tree. I've seen a lot of them fall. Ricky Martin has great talent inside the ring, great wrestling ability, a great mind, great timing. He's a high flyer too. Dan Spivey would know as a huge individual. But just one thing right here that puzzles me a little bit. In the past couple of weeks, Ricky Martin has had some controversy come around his house. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's going to do to him tonight in this match with Dan Spivey.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Odessa, Florida, at 6 feet, 10 inches, weighing 312 pounds, Dangerous Dan Spivey.
Here comes Dangerous Dan Spivey. As Dusty Rhodes mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, he is a tremendous power wrestler, a master of the power bomb. College football, all Southeast Conference at the University of Georgia, played in the National Football League with the New York Jets. He told me earlier today, Dream, he wanted to dictate the pace. He wanted to keep it methodical because he knows just how dangerous Ricky Morton can be if Morton dictates the pace, because Morton will keep it in high gear.
Ricky Martin is a man, like you said, cannot let Dan Spivey dictate the pace. If Dan Spivey dictates the pace in this match with his size, his ability, he will beat Ricky Martin. So Ricky Martin has to stay on top of his game with a lot of speed.
Spivey going for the high-impact moves early in the contest. Forearms and fists taking their measure on Ricky Morton, but Morton lands on his feet. Now Morton will not back away. Morton almost having to leave his feet to land those right hands on the head of Dan Spivey. And again, Spivey trying to get rid of Morton, but Morton will not stay down. Morton has got to get into a wrestling mode here, in my estimation. A fist fight will get him a loss.
Well, he just outsmarted him there. He said, I've been coming in. I'm gonna go in first, have him come in, meet him. Now Ricky has to take control of the situation.
Spivey catches him. Oh, Spivey caught him with a DDT. Devastating maneuver. We talked about that move that the Freebirds have perfected, and Spivey has taken a page out of their book.
Danny Spivey knows a tremendous amount of wrestling. Every hold that he uses is very lethal, very dangerous.
Morton kicks out in a near fall situation. Morton very experienced, as we said, very quick.
Well, if you said on the onslaught, Dan Spivey's dictating this match, and Ricky Morton has to find some way to take him out of that mode.
Spivey with another impact move on Ricky Morton, and now Morton is in a great deal of trouble, and Spivey, that big size 14, right in the throat.
Ricky Morton's hurting quite a bit here. I'll tell you, he took some great. There he is, though. Ricky Morton will take a shot back, but his back's hurt, neck's hurt from them blows right here. He needs to fire up. Stay on Dan Spivey. Get him off his feet. He got to get him off his feet.
Spivey missed with that clothesline, and Morton cross body, but Spivey catches Morton like a small child and falls away with a slam.
That's an awesome move right there, that back slam. Ricky Morton's in a tremendous amount of pain right now.
Spivey dropping the leg right across the chest, hooks the leg, and again, Morton able to kick out at 2.
All that is right there is that old gut feeling. You got way down deep inside of you. He had to reach back. He heard the 1, he heard the 2. If he gets 3, no pay window for Ricky Morton.
Spivey with a big left hand. Found its mark on Ricky Morton and scoops him up. Spivey coming quite obviously with a high impact maneuvers, power wrestling, but Morton got him down off his feet with that Japanese arm drag. Of course, Morton formed one of the WCW's all-time great tag teams with his partner Robert Gibson.
Here he goes for the win, Jimbo.
Going rolling him up, went for a quick one there. Spivey too strong, able to kick out, but Morton now has got the big man off balance, or he did moments anyway. Spivey missed the elbow as Morton used the quickness again. Spivey just blocked it there. That's the difference when you outweigh your opponent 100
Here he goes, watch
pounds.
this.
He's got him up, there's the power bomb. Spivey, the master of the power bomb. It was...
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Dangerous
Awesome
Dan
powerbomb.
Spivey.
6'10", 312 pounds, with a bad, mean streak. And Dangerous Dan Spivey with a power bomb victory over Ricky Morton.
You see right here, he's got him set for the power bomb. Nobody does it like Dangerous Dan Spivey. Right there, breaks it in them whole ribs. That whole rib cage starts to shaking and shimmying. And right here, he's gonna go for the victory pin. This is not the classical way to pin a man. But brother, he took the victory and he took it on the hard way.
Fans, our colleagues Tony Schiavone and Missy Hyatt are standing by with a very special guest.
All right, Jim Ross, thank you very much. And we are standing by not only with Missy Hyatt, hi Missy, and of course the Z-Man. Great to see you here, Z-Man. How you doing?
Thank you, Tony. You know, I've been out the last 6 weeks. I tore my bicep. I'd like to say hello to all the great fans. And you know, I wouldn't have missed this for the world. There's a lot of great action still coming up, lots of matches. It's fantastic.
I'd like to say, first of all, on behalf of World Championship Wrestling Turner Home Entertainment, congratulations to Susan Moody of Harlan, Kentucky. She won the grand prize. As you know, fans on the Wrestling Fun Line voted to see whether Missy Hyatt would go in the dressing room once again or not. And congratulations, Missy, because 60% of the fans called in and said, yes, you'll be going in the dressing room once again. But, you know, you consider me a friend, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, Missy, we're going to have to take a look at something again. We're going to take you back to February 24th during our big event, Wrestle War, when Missy first went into the dressing room. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do, but that's not fair. I mean, they treated me bad.
Well, let's take a look at what happened in our last pay-per-view in the dressing room with Missy Hyatt.
And that's right, I'm standing here right in front of the dressing room door, and I'm getting ready to go in to the locker room of World Championship Wrestling. I'm going to be the first woman to interview a wrestler. Come on, guys, let's see what babe we're going to interview. Come on, let's go in here. What? I just came in here to get interviewed.
What are you doing in here? What this heifer doing in here? You better get out of here. This is the man's testament. You get your big butt out of here. Get out of here. Get that barrel out of here. Get that elk out of here.
Oh my God, I don't believe this. Gosh, I'm going to call somebody. I don't know. Show that. What are you laughing about?
I'm sorry, I'm straight.
Excuse me, what are you laughing about? You go in the dressing room, you get interviews. This is 1991. I'm a woman. I have every right to go into a dressing room or anywhere and get an interview. And I know there's a lot of women out here that have jobs just like men. They can do it.
Well, I tell you what, I know I'm speaking on behalf of the Z-Man. Missy, we're right behind you.
Hey, are you going to be in there? Don't you need to take like a shower or something?
I might be hanging around, Missy.
Okay.
Okay, we're behind you, and all the fans here are behind Missy Hyatt. Tonight, she'll go in the dressing room once again to get that interview.
That's right. A woman is going to go in the dressing room.
And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Let's go back to the ring at this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest on Super Brawl 91, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Atlanta, Georgia, he weighs 218 pounds, Wildfire, Tommy Rich.
Tommy Wildfire Rich will be making his way to the ring momentarily. Former world's heavyweight champion, won the championship dream in 1980, and this guy has got great courage, great desire. We know he likes to utilize the Lou Thesz vertical body press, but to say he has his hands full against your former tag team partner is a gross understatement.
I talked to Tommy a little bit later and a little bit earlier today, and Tommy Rich was ready for this. He's been in there with the big dogs. He's held the world's heavyweight title. I know Nikita Koloff is after something. We both know what it is. We talking about Lex Luger. Tommy Rich, in order to beat Nikita Koloff tonight, has to be at the top of his game, and I think he is.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Lithuania, weighing 123 kilos, the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff.
Ladies and gentlemen, as my colleague Dusty Rhodes mentioned, that man Nikita Koloff once very proudly held the United States Heavyweight Championship. He certainly has his focus on that championship once again. Of course, we know that title is held by the total package Lex Luger.
Since Nikita Koloff has been back, I tried on numerous occasions to talk to him about the United States title and his change of attitude since he was my partner. Nikita Koloff has a mission. That mission is to become United States heavyweight wrestling champion, and from there to become world heavyweight champion. Because that's the key. That's the stone you step on first to get there.
Tommy Rich with a side headlock. Tommy must wrestle a very smart match here, and Matt wrestle Nikita if possible. Tommy Rich, there's a crossbody press. He's going for it quick and early here. Koloff is so strong and so powerful, and he's at his very best when he's standing on his base, when he's upright. But Tommy's got to be a great mat wrestler. We know that he is, Dream, and I think that's got to be his strategy to be successful in this contest.
Like I said a little bit earlier, I think it's very important for Tommy Rich to wrestle this guy, to get him on the mat and do what Tommy knows best, and that is pure WCW wrestling. Nikita Koloff is too big, too strong to trade punches with.
Irish whip by Nikita Koloff. Move the ring there. A lot of velocity in that one. But Rich quickly moves out of the way. Now he'll go for the pin again.
Nice move right there. Nice move.
Good rolling cradle.
A little early in the contest, but he let Nikita know that he's in there with a former world's heavyweight champion. He let him know that he's not chump change out here. He let him know in front of this vast audience throughout the world that he wants a victory.
Tommy Rich again controlling the action with a side headlock. Koloff with the waist lock. Now Koloff trying to free himself with this situation. Koloff, a very intense competitor.
Nikita Koloff don't want to be in a situation like this with a headlock. He wants to be in control of the game. He wants to do just what he's starting to do right now.
Referee Mike Atkins having problems restraining Mr. Koloff, and Tommy Rich fires back with the right hand. Now Tommy with the advantage. That elbow caught Koloff in the corner. Again, an Irish whip. Tommy went for it. Oh! Man, his face may have hit the ring post.
He went to the well one time. The first time he got away with it. You know what I mean? The devil made me do it the first time. Second time I've done it on my own. It does not always work. The situation is now Tommy Rich took the blow from, like you say, the top of the turnbuckle, and that's a hard old turnbuckle.
Nikita with a scoop slam. As Dusty mentioned, he likes to control the tempo. He is a very methodical competitor.
Sometimes he almost looks like he is in a slow mode, but that only as he's thinking before he does.
Koloff with that big arm wrapped around the head of Tommy Rich, trying to rob him of the oxygen. Tommy's in great shape, however. Weighed in at 218.
He won the title at 227 pounds, and he's ready, he's fit, and like I said, this is a real test for Nikita. I mean, we're talking about Nikita, but it's a test. He's in control now, but Tommy Rich got a lot of staying power.
Koloff the elbow to the solar plexus. Lateral press did not hook the leg. He got 2 out of it.
No, you're going to have to, it's going to take a little more. He's got to either wear him down, or Tommy's got to get him down and wear him down with some type of wrestling hold.
Rich with an uppercut. And ramming Koloff's head into the top turnbuckle. The powerful Lithuanian in trouble now.
He's taking it to him right here now. He's wearing him down a little bit. Still needs to get him down. Still needs to get him in the center of the ring on the mat.
Tommy went for a cross body, and Koloff able to move out of the way.
We've seen different occasions already tonight. Men that fly from the top of these ring posts that do not take the opponent to the mat. Things like that happen.
Oh, the Russian sickle, and that is a conclusive victory.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's a big victory for Nikita Koloff.
Nikita Koloff.
Fans, we'll be going to our colleague Tony Schiavone in just a few moments with a very special interview with a new competitor in WCW. But Koloff has his sights set on one thing, the United States title.
Right here you come with a big Russian sickle. Nobody does it like Nikita Koloff. Right here, the victory he knew was in his hands. He has beat a former World's Heavyweight Champion. Will help him charge that road to the United States Heavyweight title.
Fans, our colleague Tony Schiavone is standing by. He's going to have a very interesting interview.
All right, thank you very much, Jim Ross and Dusty Rhodes. We are going to have a very special interview for you. And our fans here at St. Petersburg and all around the world, please welcome with me truly one of the most flamboyant athletes you'll ever see in World Championship Wrestling. Along with his manager, the Godfather WCW, Theodore Arlong, here is Johnny B. Bad.
Well, Dusty, we've heard a lot about this guy, just word of mouth, and Theodore Arlong, quite a purveyor of great wrestlers. And this guy is as flamboyant.
Oh, flamboyant ain't the word for it, brother. I mean, he's rock and roll through and through. He looks pretty to me. Reminds me of myself just a little bit. I was a little flamboyant. I like to hear him talk. I can't wait to hear this thing, brother. He looks out of Vogue magazine. Look at him. He's cute as can be, baby. I hear he's got a left hand like a rocket, though.
The Ebony Einstein, Theodore Arlong, may have found another gem in the wrestling world of life here. Hey, take it away, Tony.
All right, Jim, Dusty, we are here with Theodore.
Oh, hush, Tony, hush. Now, let me say something right now, Tony Schiavone. I'm here in St. Petersburg tonight for 2 things. That's to make sure that Ron Simmons is taken out. And number 2, let me say something to PNN News, talking about he's the rap master. Well, PNN News, I'm the Godfather of Soul, and Johnny B. Bad, tell him what's gonna happen to PNN News when he steps in the ring with you, baby.
Oh, hush, Ted. PNN News, you're nothing but a big old ugly bear. It's gonna be a blessing to teach you a lesson.
Oh, hush, Johnny, hush, baby. Now, let me say something else right now. Johnny B. Bad is the fastest hands in World Championship Wrestling. Johnny B. Bad is the only real man in World Championship Wrestling. So everybody better understand therefore all the fly girls are gonna find out that you can look, but you sure can't touch. Johnny, baby, I love you, and we're out of here, baby. How about that? And don't you put your hand on him neither. You watch what you're doing. Don't touch him, all right?
Let me say one thing. I'm so pretty, I should have been born a little girl.
But Johnny, tell him why you ain't so pretty, baby, why you wasn't born a little girl.
Oh, hush, Teddy. You know I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man.
Oh, hush, Johnny. Well, Tony, we're out of here, all right?
All right. Johnny B. Bad and Theodore Onlog. Let's go back down to the ringside area.
All right, well, all I know is he said he's a bad man, Dream. He's a bad man.
I tell you, he took a little bit of the flamboyancy, just a little bit over the line. They say I'm a bad man. He called PM News a big old ugly bear. I know one thing is for certain, that he don't look like it's supposed to look, but it's got a hard left hand. And if he's got a hard left hand, he gotta be a man. And I'm looking forward to seeing Johnny B. Bad in PM News.
Fans, our next matchup certainly has a great deal of interest by my ringside colleague, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Our computer match is next. Let's go back up to the world's most dangerous announcer, Gary Michael Capetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Austin, Texas, he weighs 261 pounds, the natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Well, this youngster was about 9 years old. His daddy won the heavyweight championship of the world in this very building. And this young man, I know you're very proud of him. He had a big meeting this morning with the York Foundation. I know they were recruiting him quite heavily.
Well, he made that meeting this morning, but he met his dad just a little bit later. He said, Dad, I want to do this thing myself because I'm proud of him. Like you say, he's a tremendous athlete. He is a natural. He said, you just need to go down there and do your color. Let me take care of business. But one thing for sure, win, lose, or draw, I love him. He's my son. This is going to be a big moment for him tonight because it's a test against Terry Taylor.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, the newly elected Board of Directors of the York Foundation for the first quarter of 1991. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Director of the York Foundation, Alexandra York, along with Head of Security, Mr. Hughes. And they represent from Vero Beach, Florida, weighing 236 pounds, the computerized man of the 1990s, Terrence Taylor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, very quickly, you need to know that the natural Dustin Rhodes, 21 years of age, is undefeated in WCW. He has really perfected the use of the Bulldog headlock. We know it, as Dusty mentioned, he's been recruited very heavily to join the York Foundation. He has declined their offer as of this morning. Terrence Taylor has been extremely successful, Dusty. A great investment for Miss York when she retained the services of Taylor, who has got a great one-loss record, especially in recent weeks.
I know that Dustin told me this morning, said, Dad, I don't know anything about computers. All I know is what you taught me all through the life. I know this is the biggest match of my career tonight at Super Brawl. And Terry Taylor, and he gave me a big old hug. Better be ready.
There's a bell, and it means action here at Super Brawl 91. We are coming to you live from the Bayfront Center in St. Petersburg, Florida. You know, we mentioned earlier with Big Daddy Dink at ringside, would he be a factor? As it turned out, he was not. Fantasia was, however. Will Mr. Hughes be a factor in this? We know he has, again, a propensity to get involved.
I know on numerous occasions, me and Dustin talking about his game plan this morning, Mr. Hughes has been in there wanting to go for Dustin. Miss Alexander York has shoved him back and stopped it. I'd like to see him go at it, but what I'm saying is I think that Miss York has him in full control, but anytime there is a manager, there are actually two people and a computer out there telling Terry Taylor what to do that's been typed up in the York Foundation. They've won over it. But one thing that he can't buy, that a computer can't tell you, is what's in your heart, and that's Dustin Rhodes, the natural.
Nice football block by Dustin. He got the leg hooked. He's going for it quickly, and Terrence Taylor rolling out of bounds here.
Well, he's getting his win. Obviously, the computer says if one offensive move is made, you need to come out, get your breath, get another reading.
Taylor, a veteran from Vero Beach, Florida, and trying a little intimidation on young Dustin. That's not going to be too successful.
I stopped intimidating that big old boy about the time he was 12 years old.
He was probably 6'2" then.
He sure was 6'2".
Collar and elbow tie-up. Terrence Taylor and Dustin Rhodes jockeying for position in the center of the ring. Nice hip block takeover by Terrence Taylor, but a good adjustment made and a counter by Dustin. Arm drag takeover.
Now we notice right here with Dustin, he's taking the man down to the mat. We preached that for 3 matches. We talked about it for 3 matches. We talked about it about some great athletes, but what we're seeing here, he's trying to wear his man down. He's going for pure wrestling with Terry Taylor because he knows Taylor is a great wrestler. He's a great professional and amateur wrestler.
Taylor would like to set Dustin up for his coup de grace, that 5-arm, that 4-arm.
He needs another reading here, brother. He needs to go back out. She might have typed up something that he didn't want to see, didn't want to hear. All this does right here is get to your opponent a little bit. Dustin gets a little, he's ready to go. He gets a little flustered. He don't want to wait on the computer to tell him what to do.
Miss York, the first person to actively use computers in preparing a wrestler for a professional wrestling match, and she's done it very successfully. Senior referee Nick Patrick telling him to put those fists down. This is wrestling.
Yeah, I know one thing for sure. He don't want to get in a fist fight here with Dustin because that big old kid knows how to use them dukers. Learned that from his uncle, Big Murdoch.
Big time right hand. Coming with a lot of fire. The youngster from Austin taking Taylor up and over. Oh, he was going for the bionic elbow.
But I tell you what, he was going for the elbow as he went for it. Dustin came right back, took him down in the headlock, got him on the mat right here. That's where he needs to keep him till he's ready to put him away.
Mr. Hughes very stoically looks on. He's got to be 375 if he's a pound.
Yeah, you do. You heard Johnny B. Bad talking about being a bad man. Mr. Hughes is a bad man.
Taylor missed the elbow. Dustin quick to move out of the way. Nice arm drag takeover by Dustin into the arm bar. Taylor trying to work his way to the ropes, which would necessitate the break.
Dustin right here on top, taking care of Terry Taylor, keeping him down on the ring, wearing him down, staying on that arm.
Taylor now moving outside again. And I'll tell you what, they may overload that computer.
I'll tell you, he's been out there. Now, this is the 4th time I believe he's been out there to talk about it. Alexander York knows the importance of this match. She knows this morning she was turned down. She knows that Dustin Rhodes is his own man, and Terry Taylor needs to take a victory home for the York Foundation. That's why they hired it. Victories, money.
A woman in the social standing of Miss York, not used to being turned down. Taylor, front face lock, trying to go for a suplex, it would seem. Dustin blocked it, executed a vertical suplex of his own. He's back on top. And this time Taylor was able to kick out after one. Good shoulder block. Taylor missed that clothesline again. Dustin leapfrog, he went for a cross body. And Taylor, the veteran, moved out of the way. That's where the experience advantage will come to play, Dust.
Well, Dustin just made a mistake there, and it could have cost him because I know one thing, that he took a hard bump out there. Terry Taylor now needs to take advantage. I don't think Terry's going to be going over talking to the computer because he's got him down. He needs to keep him in that position, and Dustin needs to really reach down and grab some of that Rhodes gut, bring it back out of here, and come up from this thing.
Taylor now trying to take advantage of this situation and snaps Dustin's neck right across that top ring rope. For our new fans, that's a steel cable that is encased by rubber, and it is tough, especially when your Adam's apple bounces off that thing.
We took a look at Terry Taylor over here taking a little breather. Well, that breather was designed by that computer to take that spot to take a breather, but I don't believe in taking a breather. When you got a man down, you need to go for it.
Taylor used the bottom rope to gain additional leverage in that vertical suplex. Taylor now hitting his stride. Very deliberate pace, dropped the knee right to the solar plexus. He's on top, did not neutralize the leg, and he couldn't get the pin.
We talk about it a lot. If he's gonna go for the pin, he needs to go for it. Well, I'm a little biased here, Dustin. Come on, baby. He needs to rock and roll on him one time.
Dustin's got to really reach down here because Taylor, as we said, is a veteran. He has the computerized game plan. He has a great deal of confidence right now. Heels up on that second turnbuckle. And both
right.
feet
Yeah.
right to the face.
He needs to get to his feet, Jimbo.
Taylor's father is a physician, but not a dentist.
There you go. Need to fire on him, baby.
Dustin blocking the rights by Taylor.
Yeah, baby. Brought him home.
There's a backdrop by Dustin, and Taylor stayed down. A good point.
It's a good move there because Dustin was ready for the hole right there. Ready for it.
Lariat turns him inside out. Big impact move by the undefeated Natural. Again, an Irish whip. And an inverted atomic drop.
He's got him in a position right now to go for the win right here.
He may have
He
him.
needs to go for, what was that?
Taylor had a foot in the ropes. Good officiating there to call for the break. Again, Dustin's got it. There's a bulldog. Dustin Rhodes with a bulldog. Miss Shark has the referee distracted. Dustin has got this kid. He's got Taylor pinned.
Jimbo, he needs to get over there now.
There's Mr. Hughes coming up the
I can
apron.
only sit out here so long. He needs to get over there.
The referee was distracted by Miss Shark, and now Taylor has the opportunity to come from behind. Miss Shark saved Taylor from sheer disaster there. Tremendous tackle.
Watch it.
Oh, Mr. Hughes has got it. I know it's hard for you to restrain yourself,
I'm going to tell you what, I don't like this at all. I'll tell you what, I don't like this at all. I'm not going to let this thing happen here now. I know WCW hired me to do this. Look what he's doing, referee. He didn't even turn it around, baby.
He's got a black glove in his hand.
Nail him. Nail him.
Mr. Hughes, the black glove. He hit Taylor. Yes, has got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, the Natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Well, Miss York and Mr. Hughes tried their best, along with Terrence Taylor, to steal one from young Dustin Rhodes, but when Hughes put that black glove on his massive right hand, he knocked his own teammate, so to speak, cold.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know what they can do with that computer, and I can't say it on the air. The kid did a great job then, thinking about what he's doing in a bad situation. Turned around, brought it home right here. You see the cover, you get the 1, 2, 3. Great victory from a kid, Dustin Rhodes.
I was going to keep you tied to your seat here just a minute, Dad. Kind of got carried away there.
I'll tell you what, it's like Father's Day there for a minute.
I'll tell you something, Dust. We're going to see something unique in a few moments. They always tell you never to work with children or animals. Now, Big Josh has got 2 pet bears. And we're going to see those pet bears in just a few minutes. Big Josh is going to be taking on Black Bart, scheduled to be Larry Zbyszko. Zbyszko not responding too quickly from a knee injury. What do you see in this one, Dream?
I see that anytime you have a stand-in, anytime you have a guy like Black Bart that's hungry, you're going to see a guy really go for it all. But Black Bart's going to be up on his gun. But I want to see these bears. I've never seen 2 live bears come to a wrestling match.
It sounds like a rap group, 2 live bears. I hope they keep on that side of the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Michael Capetta. He may like bears. Let's go back up to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Pecos, Texas, he weighs 304 pounds, Black Bart.
Black Bart, he's big and strong and tough, a real brawler. He'll throw the rule book right out the window, and he's a very experienced competitor, and that could be the deciding factor in this one, Dream.
I was just getting ready to say he's held various regional titles, and I know one thing, Black Bart, it has the experience. We're talking about Big Josh's opponent came from the Northwest. We don't know what kind of wrestling background. We know he's a scuffler. We know he's got bears. We know he's got a stick, but does he have the ability and the tools to wrestle with Black Bart, former champion in regional areas? Look at him.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from the Pacific Northwest, he weighs 275 pounds.
All right.
Along with a couple of buddies, Big Josh.
Well, I've been to 3 or 4 country fairs and a couple of rodeos, but I ain't never seen anything like this one. They walked on their hind feet all the way out there.
He told me that he flew these bears in first class from the great Northwest. I don't doubt Big Josh, but I'd like to see that first class section when these bears get through with a dinner.
Hey, they say Delta loves to fly, but that might be unbearable. Oh, that was terrible, wasn't it?
That's
Big
unreal.
Josh.
Yeah.
Well, he's waving goodbye to his bears. Big Josh has only wrestled in WCW a few months. He was a hunting buddy of Tommy Wildfire Rich when we first saw him, and he's a strong guy too. First time we saw him, I'll never forget it. Security Director Doug Dillinger put the cuffs on him, and he popped those babies right off.
He broke the handcuffs right off. They were going to arrest him, and they decided to try to talk to him a little bit. I don't blame him. This should be a great contest.
Big Josh, rather unorthodox, and he's such a good-natured guy, but he's got a low bowling point, and Black Bart may find that out relatively soon.
Well, old Black Bart, he's got one too. That's a nice move.
Good hip lock takeover. A couple of them there by Big Josh. Caught him from the left side. There's a log roll.
You know, when old Black Bart just went over there, remind me when we were kids, I know in Oklahoma and Texas, when you were there across that Red River and you loaded that feed for your daddy in that last sack, you just kind of throw down and just roll over there. That's the way Black Bart looked when he took that big hip toss there.
Black Bart raking the eyes on Big Josh. Sends him face first right into the top turnbuckle. And a thumb to the throat, it looked like, from our vantage point. But Big Josh, who is a southpaw, fights right back out of the corner. Man, there's some impact in this one. Straight left. Not too fancy. About as fancy as that plaid shirt he's got on. Notice those boots, fans.
I'll tell you something about big old Josh. He don't know a lot about, like you said, about the wrestling part of it, but he's a pretty rugged individual, and there's nothing he does that ain't hard. You know what I mean?
Fans, we have our colleague Tony Schiavone in the locker room area. He'll be getting some key interviews. Plus, we have Danger Zone. Paul E. Dangers. He's going to be talking to Stan Hansen. Missy Hyatt will go into the locker room, and so we've got 4 championships still to be decided.
I'll tell you what, we have seen just right off the bat here tonight what World Championship Wrestling is all about. We're seeing it in this match right here. We've seen bears, we've seen all kind of things. I'm looking forward to the Missy Hyatt dressing room deal, but right here, Big Josh got control. We talked about it again. He might not know all the wrestling other people does, but he's got the man on the mat. That's where you got to beat him on the mat. You can't beat him on top of the rope or on the outside.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3s don't count on the turnbuckles.
Absolutely.
They don't count on the ropes. They count on the canvas. And Black Bart knows that full well as he rakes the eyes of Big Josh. Takes him head first into the top turnbuckle. There's a pretty powerful chop there by Bart.
I'll tell you what, he's an old rusted veteran. He can lay him in right there. I guarantee you. Big Josh now is in a little bit of trouble.
If you have a 60-second conversation with Black Bart, he'll set a world's record for the use of the term "dad gum." Because he'll dad gum you to death if you let him.
When he finished dad gumming you, he'll dad nab you, and that's the same thing as dad burn you. Let me tell you.
Both men. This is a slugfest here. Not the prettiest match that we will see tonight, but it is physically intense. These guys are hammering each other.
I think the main thing is they know this is Super Brawl, this is WCW, big event. To win on this event puts you up in the rankings for the World's Television title, for the U.S. title, for the World's Heavyweight title. It's very important for these men to take a victory home tonight.
Big Josh fighting back from down under. And he's got great desire, great fighting spirit.
Well, as we said, there ain't nothing pretty about this one, but if you were in there, you'd sure have some black and blue marks right there.
That was a good move.
Down. Great move.
Nice arm drag takedown. And again, he's trying to dislocate the shoulder of Black Bart.
Well, he didn't learn that move in a gymnasium anywhere. He learned that move up in the Yukon or wherever he's from.
Double axe handle.
Here you go.
He got some momentum here, and he drops it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Big Josh.
Big Josh. He said, "Did you see my bears?"
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm glad them bears stayed on that side. That's a great victory for Big Josh. That's a great victory. Black Bart took it to him, though.
Black Bart on his first pay-per-view broadcast here at Super Brawl. He's just about as humble and common guy as you'll ever be. I'll see you later.
Right here, you go for this. What does he call this, Jimbo?
I think it's a big butt drop.
I think it's a butt bump myself, and there he is. He's going to get the 1, 2, 3 on Black Bart. Great victory for Josh. Great Bears having a great time. A ball letting it all out here tonight.
And speaking of big butts, Gary Capetta's about to introduce one.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing with a special edition of the Danger Zone. He says he's the only true cowboy in all of New York. Mr. Paul E. Dangerously.
Well, Dusty, the fans know you're from Texas and I'm from Oklahoma, and I've never seen any Cowboys dressed like that where we come from.
Well, I'll tell you, down there around Fairview, Texas, around Austin down there in Willie, and they see somebody walk in like this, looking like that, call himself a cowboy. They will string him up out back by his heels and leave him lay there for about 2 days till they get ripe, and then come out and poke fun at him.
Well, he's going to talk to a real cowboy momentarily.
Oh, shut your mouth, will you? Hey, shut your... Once again, something in Florida fouls up because you people can't even get a microphone straight. Probably put together by General Storm and Norman. My guest at this time is the only real cowboy in World Championship Wrestling. He is Stan the Lariat Hansen, and I, sir, am a very big fan of yours. I dressed up like this, like a cowboy. See, I got me a cowboy hat because I want to be just like you. Wait a second, Paulie Dangerously. First of all, if you are a real cowboy, you'd have to do a little work. And I know that you never worked a day in your life. And the second thing is, I bought the hat. I bought the hat to be a real cowboy just like you. This hat's made in New York City. That ain't no cowboy hat. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Now, wait a minute. Yes. The reason I'm down here is for a real important reason. I drove all the way down here for one reason. I want to tell everybody, all you young snuts, all you Dustin Rhodeses, Tom Zink, Philman, but mainly you, Dustin. Stan Hansen's here. I was here tonight. You didn't wrestle me. Nobody came forward. I'm still here waiting. I want to fight somebody. You get rid of that father of yours. Keep looking over your shoulder at him. Step in the ring with the real man, Dustin. I'm waiting for you. Come on. I'm ready. Well, you talk about a real cowboy, huh? You talk about a man that doesn't sit behind a microphone like Dusty Rhodes. You talk about a man that doesn't go over to Iraq like General Storm and Norman from here in St. Petersburg and fight for his country. He fights for his family like Nature Boy Ric Flair, who's gonna be the heavyweight champion of the world after tonight. Like AA Arn Anderson, who's gonna defeat beautiful Bobby tonight and keep the world TV title. You talk about it. Now you turn on my microphone, because these people from Florida can't even get the sound right. Who is running the truck? Someone from Florida? I quit this damn job.
Well, I'm glad that's over.
He looked a little bit de-strung out there.
We should have brought Missy Hyde out here. Should have straightened him right up.
Well, we know Missy's jumped into his mess kit a couple times.
Fans, we've heard a lot about Oz.
We sure have, and we're getting ready to take a look, I think, baby.
Very eerie situation here in St. Petersburg.
I ain't never seen nothing like this, and I've been to 2 goat ropings and an all-night fair, brother.
Coming in.
Once upon a time in a land far away, there lived a wizard, but not the Wizard of Oz. His name was the Great Wizard, and he ruled the Kingdom of Oz. And now our weary travelers are at the end of their journey as they face the Emerald City.
Welcome to Oz! Welcome to Oz!
Come on, Taz. Come on, welcome, Taz. Welcome, Taz. Welcome, Taz. Don't be afraid. We're getting closer, Oz. Welcome, Taz. We're almost there. We're almost there.
Come forward. I am I, the great and powerful. Who are you? Who are you? The great and powerful Oz knows why you have come. How dare you come to me? I will show you who Oz really is. I will show the world who Oz really is.
Welcome to Oz. 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 Welcome to Oz.
He is huge, Dusty. This guy, Oz, is huge.
Brother, this just knocked my socks right off right here. I ain't never seen nothing like that. This guy here looks to be, I would say, 7 foot tall.
At least 7 feet tall.
And I'm gonna tell you what, this is an awesome, awesome, awesome display. World Championship Wrestling is bringing it to you, baby. We're taking a look at Oz.
He is at least steps right over the top rope.
Whoa, baby, look at this. Look at this.
He's got to be 7 feet tall, well in excess of 300 pounds. Oz and Tim Parker here.
I'll tell you what, that just take your breath away right there. My goodness, look at this guy. He is awesome.
He's got Parker up. He is huge. And he is, look at this move right here. Whoa! Spun him like a top, dropping from over 7 feet tall.
Whoa,
Ladies and
baby.
gentlemen, the winner of the match is
That is awesome. I'll tell you what, that is awesome.
Oz, man, that is a huge human being.
I'm gonna tell you what, he put his mark on it right here. We seen him come in with something like I never seen this here. The big spin, this guy's going about 7 foot in the air, down to, it jarred everything in his body. And right here, he comes over, takes the win, shows a look at his what is to come in World Championship Wrestling. Oz and the Wizard.
Tremendous debut by the 7 foot plus Oz here at Super Brawl 91. And fans, as you heard earlier in the broadcast, Missy Hyatt preparing to go back into the locker room. Dusty, they tell me that she's ready. Let's go back now live to Missy Hyatt in the locker room area.
Thanks, Jim and Dusty. And that's right, I'm outside the dressing room. This is Missy Hyatt's second attempt to get a locker room interview. Ready, guys? Ready or not, here I come. Oh, Z-Man, oh, Flying Brian, I'm here. Ooh, it's Terry Taylor. Well, Mr. Taylor, excuse me, but I know you just had a situation with Dustin Rhodes and the York Foundation. How do you feel about it?
Missy, I don't know what you're doing in the men's locker room, but this thing with Dustin Rhodes and the York Foundation is not over. What exactly are you doing in here, Missy?
Hey, where's the Z-Man? I mean, is that his stuff over there?
I don't know and I don't care.
You know, I hear this music and, oh my gosh, I hope that's not who I think it is. I mean, like, hey, could Z-Man be in the shower?
Missy, he might be. Why don't you go look? Why don't you see for yourself?
Hey, first woman to get a locker room interview. Now the first woman to interview a wrestler in the shower. Let's go see. Come on. Wait. Hey, wait a minute. I'm just here to do an interview. I'm just here to do an interview. I just want to do an interview. Stand up. No. I just want to do it.
Get over here, girl. Get that little ball out here. I said get over there now. Get down there.
Get out of here. Go back to them.
Well, I guess we're them. Once again, Missy Misfortune was Stan the Lariat Hansen and the world's most biggest boxer shorts.
I'll tell you what, I ain't seen a scene like that since my old man used to get up in the morning to go do plumbing work and stack it through the house with them 52 boxer shorts on. I run and hid, and she needed to run and hid because that was a lot showing there, brother.
Well, fans, in just a moment, we're going to go to one of our great main events. It is a taped fist showdown. Flying Brian, Barry Windham. This is going to be a street fight, Dust. They're all going to be taped up. A match we've all looked forward to. Flying Brian has got a big score to settle with Barry Windham. Let's go back up for the ring introduction.
Let's do it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the following special contest of Super Brawl 91 is the taped fist match. It is set for one fall. Introducing first from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing 226 pounds, Flying Brian.
One of the most courageous professional athletes that I have ever known. Flying Brian. Two-time football All-American in Miami of Ohio, but he was a walk-on, proving that kids, if you're listening out there, never give up your goals, never give up your dreams, and this kid has got one thing on his mind, that's to avenge the injuries at the hands of Barry Windham.
I think Brian Pillman is an awesome force in World Championship Wrestling. He's a gutty kid. Tonight, brother, he's going to get revenge.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing 278 pounds, Barry Windham.
Barry Windham, the master of the superplex. As technically perfect as any athlete I have ever seen. A second-generation wrestler. He's 6'6", 278, and they have their fists heavily taped. They're like lethal weapons.
Barry Windham is the greatest professional wrestler in the sport today, bar none, and that's my opinion.
Flying Brian and Barry Windham's feud began in February.
Oh, yeah.
Right before Wrestle War.
This ain't no kiss and make up here, brother. Yeah. Oh, great psychology by Barry Windham. Great psychology.
Flying Brian, another one of the great flying athletes that will take chances offensively. Windham using his size right there to put Flying Brian down with a shoulder block. Now scoops him up, but Pillman's so agile and so quick. Good shoulder block by the former Cincinnati Bengal. Nice leapfrog by Barry Windham. But Pillman counters with a hip block takeover. Flying shoulder block. And it goes right for the face with that taped right hand.
I'm gonna tell you what, them old fists are taped and they just bare knuckles under there and they can crack a man in a minute. Brian Pillman is I mean, he's ready, baby. He's fine for it.
Windham trying to cover up.
Covered up.
Right in the corner, referee Nick Patrick trying to keep Flying Brian back.
Get him off of me! Don't he know the rules?
There ain't no rule. Don't he know the rule? There ain't no rule. I mean, this is it, baby. You out there with taped fists. You done hurt this man before. You got to be ready to take some punishment. Don't be crying about rules.
Windham,
rules left yesterday.
Windham nailed him in the solar plexus with that big boot. And now measures Flying Brian and caught him in the ribs. Windham again goes for the ribs with a thunderous right hand. Flying Brian has proved to us all that he can withstand tremendous punishment and tremendous pain.
I know we ain't got a problem about understanding what kind of pain he can stand, but what needs to happen here is he needs to get up there and take the fight to him. Right here's a good move.
Drop kick. He drop kicked him right off the top rope. Oh my! Flying Brian with great leaping ability, drop kicking Barry Windham.
And
He's on top. He's poised on top. Oh, that right hand from the top rope.
Boy, he ain't through with him. He's on him tonight, baby. This might be the licking you're gonna get for the licking I got.
Flying Brian fired up. Those right hands, Windham tried to roll back in the ring, but Pillman brings him back outside.
Boy, he got him busted open just a little bit right here. Oh, baby!
Good grief! Face first, right bias. Flying Brian, face first, right bias. He went right into the steel ring post.
Barry Windham was very smart there. He was having his noggin knocked, brother, and he had to go back, reach down, and get him.
Flying Brian is lacerated, as is Barry Windham in the early going of this take fist matchup.
Man, this thing's been brewing for a long time. Many months have passed right here. Bad blood running rampant.
Oh.
This thing ain't gonna stay in the ring.
Windham, what's he gonna do here? Oh my God! He dropped him right across the steel railing from that ramp area.
Whoa, baby, I tell you, this is, whoa, right here, Brian Pillman, as we know Brian Pillman, that blow would have took anybody out to lunch, but he's standing on his feet, getting ready for battle. Where it's at, I don't know, but he's coming for it.
Tremendous right by Barry Windham. Flying Brian now in deep trouble. Windham missed that clothesline. Whoa! Spinning sabot kick by Flying Brian. He caught Windham right in the face.
I don't know where he gets it, but he reaches down and gets it.
Oh, what a chop right above us. What impact from WCW at Super Brawl 91. And Windham raked the eyes to stop the offense of Flying Brian. Every year in the National Football League, each team gives a Courage Award. Pillman won it for the Bengals.
Well, I'll tell you what, the courage that Brian Pillman has shown throughout the past months has to pay off for him tonight, because this is the battle of his life, my friend.
As we mentioned, this feud began in February, right before Wrestle War. Oh, another chop. What a... just shudders and shivers up your spine. These guys are really, literally beating the hell out of each other right here in this take fist match.
Boy, I'm glad you said that, because I didn't want to say that. I knew I couldn't, but I'm glad you did.
Belly to back suplex. And big Barry Windham at 6'6", 278, just planted Pillman right on his head.
If you're going to come to play the game, you better bring all your equipment, baby.
Other side headlock. Boy, what a fast-paced match this is. And, oh, their heads cracked. Their heads butted like two rams.
Head to head. I mean, I've seen two rams up there way up in Colorado do that, and right there we seen the blow it took. But look at both of them, still thinking about what they're doing.
Windham again using that right hand. That has been his most effective weapon. Windham trying to suplex. Flying Brian, who reversed it. Both men are down. This physical pounding taking its toll on both men. And now Flying Brian will ascend to the stars to take a chance.
High risk right here. High risk. He's got to bring it home, though. Got to bring it home.
Oh, what a cheap shot by Barry Windham on Flying Brian.
Superplex.
Got him up! All the way down from the top rope. The superplex by Windham. That is all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Barry Windham.
Windham continues to pound away at Flying Brian.
Barry Windham trying to embarrass the kid right now. Know he got him hurt. Know that he had the match won, is trying to embarrass Brian Pillman. And I'm not so sure about Brian Pillman taking this line down again.
Windham with an obvious low blow. You're going to see it right here.
Well, the referee steps in right here, Jimbo, to pull him back right here. Tape fist, anything goes, as anything did go. The most famous maneuver in professional wrestling outside the figure four we'll see later tonight is this right here, the superplex from high above right here. Brian Pillman, showtime. This thing is history.
Ladies and gentlemen, Diamond Dallas Page is standing by. Let's now go.
Please shut up.
To the Diamond Mine.
Shut up, everyone, please, please, please. Come on. Are we live?
That's right, you got Diamond Dallas Page here, chairman of the board of the Diamond Exchange. And you know, it's gotta make you five and dimers envious as can be to see a man like DDP talking loud, being proud, and good God, drawing a crowd. And you know, I told the world I was gonna have those straps back around the fabulous Freebirds, Jimmy Jam Garvin, Michael Piola, Sexy Hayes. Good God, Fantasia out of nowhere. Big Daddy Dick, we had it all down. I got it all. I got money I haven't folded yet, the delicious Diamond Dolls, and now the Diamond Mine, the greatest talk show in the history of World Championship Wrestling. And you know, today at Super Brawl, we got a match of all matches. Two super egos facing two super egos. I'm talking about the Steiners, and I'm talking about Lex Luger and Sting. Well, it just so happens that I'm gonna have them on the show here today, but not right here. Let's head to the video and see what they got to say.
Everything's there, all the ingredients, the butterflies, the adrenaline's flowing, just a short time away. We're up against the measuring stick, the Steiners, for the World Tag Team titles.
Just a few last little deep breaths before we walk out into God knows what against the Steiner brothers, an unreal team, unreal friends. Just as much as you guys are nervous, we're nervous, all four of us nervous. The total package and myself, we're both very, very ready for this.
I'm going for it.
Well, that's all well and good, Lex and Sting. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I know personally from that. The bottom line is they weren't, let's call them, brilliant enough, big enough stars to have out here that would show enough flicker and flare for the first Diamond Mines. So I'm bringing out my latest addition into the Diamond Mines. I'm talking about he's twisted steel, he's sex appeal. Good God! He is 6'7", 293 pounds. His name is the Diamond Stud. That's right, baby. Show them what it's all about here. It doesn't get any better than this. But as you'll notice, from time to time, I'm not gonna have any Diamond Dolls out there. I'm looking for a special studette, a personal valet for this man here to be on the road with. So we're coming from town to town, across the country and around the world, baby. And we're looking for you, babe. And I'll show you what you gotta do to audition to be a studette. Dolls, show them what you got here. What is the studette gonna have to do? Good God! Strip the stud, handle the hunk. It's gonna be hunk hysteria. And you want to know why? We're here in the Diamond Mines, and everything is going to be fine and wide because
he's Diamond Dallas Page.
And you're not. See ya.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey, girls, come here.
Well, that was quite a debut here. Let's go back to Gary.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the Battle of the Giants stretcher match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the loser must leave the ring on a stretcher. Introducing first, from anywhere he darn well pleases, weighing 333 pounds, Big Sid Vicious.
Well, Sid Vicious to take on El Gigante. One of the most anticipated, one of the most debated, talked about matchups of the Super Brawl 91, Dream.
Well, I know what, I talked to that big old giant, 7 foot tall. I know that Sid Vicious against El Gigante here, stretcher match. Two of the biggest men in wrestling. El Gigante is up for this thing, my friend.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, from Argentina, at 7 feet, 7 inches, He weighs 454 pounds, the largest athlete in the world, El Gigante.
Now that's a big man right there. I'm telling you that, baby.
Wears a size 22 shoe, a 5X t-shirt, when he can find one.
Well, he ain't rolling that gurney. He's carrying it.
He's just carrying it down.
You know, one other thing comes into play here. We had talked about being carried out on a stretcher. There is a possibility in a match like this, as we know, when World Championship Wrestling, for a man to get pinned, and getting pinned in a match like this is just as bad as being carried out on a stretcher. We want to see somebody carried out on a stretcher. Nobody wants to lose this thing.
We're going to find out just what Big Sid Vicious is made of here. And it's obvious to see he is not the real giant. That's according to height, anyway. Vicious with momentum could not move El Gigante.
El Gigante is a tremendous athlete. Super powerful.
El Gigante obviously much stronger than Vicious. Another collar and elbow and shoves Vicious back against the ropes.
You know, he can move. Look at him now. Do a little bit of the road shuffle there just a little bit. Move real light on his feet, easing around, taking a look. Look how he dwarfs Sid Vicious, who is a big individual.
El Gigante, a legendary basketball player in Argentina, drafted by the Atlanta Hawks. Vicious with a cheap shot.
He's got him rocking right there.
Vicious with a hammer right to the solar plexus, but it's reversed. And a clothesline.
Nice move right there, baby.
And Vicious doesn't like this whatsoever. That clothesline by the Giant has put Sid Vicious on the outside to regroup.
I tell you what, El Gigante's, I don't know about game plan with him, but I know one thing, that he is taking care of his turf tonight. El Gigante is the big star in WCW. This is a great matchup for him right here. He's in full control of this thing.
El Gigante with that tremendous tendon strength in his hands. His claw hold is beyond compare. And Vicious, might have been a low blow there, Dream.
Well, he's trying to break him down, like we talked about earlier. When a different part of a body, you get it hurt, you've got to break him down. To break a giant down, you got to go for a certain part of his body, mainly his legs.
Sid Vicious trying to force El Gigante back into the corner. And now it's Vicious with the advantage offensively. Vicious backing away. Will he get momentum here? There he goes. And he's caught.
Big
El
foot
Gigante.
right there. Look at the claw.
He caught him right in the face.
You got to get it right there. He got it. He got it. He beat him right there. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, El Gigante.
El Gigante.
Watch out. Look who's coming in.
Here comes the one-man gang. And here comes Kevin Sullivan. It's the one-man gang attacking El Gigante. And look at El Gigante fight. The giant one-man gang.
The giant one-man gang is right. Kevin Sullivan in there. Watch out from the back. Well, this is broken loose right here. Pick him up. Yeah, baby.
He's got Sullivan up. He's choking the rats. Kevin Sullivan.
Oh, yeah.
Clothesline. The gang who
He's
weighs.
going after him, Jimbo.
The gang's over 400 pounds himself. 6 feet 10, maybe 7 feet tall.
Look at this. Put him on the stretcher.
He got him on that gurney.
He's got a giant on the stretcher right there.
El Gigante hammering away at the one-man gang.
Whoa!
Sullivan, the pattern in the eyes, right in the face of El Gigante. Well, now Sullivan beat him with that chain.
I tell you from the start, I knew that Kevin Sullivan and the one-man gang were in for revenge, trying to get the giant. The one-man gang wants to be the only giant in World Championship Wrestling. But I don't think, look at El Gigante, going to take this line down.
El Gigante right back up on his feet here. He is irate. Oh, there will be another big day for the one-man gang and El Gigante in World Championship Wrestling. Well, El Gigante proving he is the real giant in WCW or anywhere else in sports as far as I'm
We've
concerned.
seen a great victory. We've seen the claw used, but we also seen two other men. The man that says he is the real giant. We're talking about the one-man gang come in to try to take the glory from the giant El Gigante. It backfired on him. We haven't seen the last of this great two battle.
The Thunder Doom cage match is on tap. Two former tag team partners, Hacksaw Butch Reed and Ron Simmons, set to go one-on-one. Theodore Arlong will be suspended above the ring in a cage. Without any further ado, let's go back to Gary Capetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Thunder Doom cage match. Introducing first, from Kansas City, he weighs 278 pounds, Hacksaw Butch Reed.
Well, Dusty, two former partners, and at one time they were the greatest tag team in the world. They were the World Tag Team Champions, and this is a match that's been brewing for quite some time. The culmination of that feud right here in St. Petersburg tonight at Super Brawl.
Well, I know that Reed thinks about himself. Him and Teddy Long had a game plan, and when they was World's Tag Team Champions, and Ron Simmons need another view about life. He had another view from where he came from, a great Seminole football player right here in Florida, and when it came down to the different views, the split came. Bad blood settled tonight in Thunder Doom right here.
Reed, 278, two-time All-American linebacker, Northeast Oklahoma A&M Junior College Power in Miami, Oklahoma, NAI All-American. But when you talk about All-American honors, you got to turn your attention to Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons, number 8 in the Heisman Trophy ballot. Ron Simmons, Florida State Seminole, great athlete, but brother, tonight it's a man that he knows better than anybody. It's bad blood, like I said. It's Thunderdome.
Theodore Arlong, who we saw earlier with his new protege, Johnny B. Bad. And Theodore should not be a factor in this contest because he's got his own personal cage.
I think Theodore is going to be hoisted above the arena like a bird. Look at him there now, trying to get out of it.
What are you doing?
Well, you shouldn't be surprised. He knew the consequences.
The outside factor is just leaving the building right here.
Come on, open the door. Now you come.
Well, hope Teddy is not afraid of heights or claustrophobic. He'd be in trouble. Fans, as Dusty Rhodes mentioned, Teddy Long used to manage Doom. And listen to the ovation for our next contestant.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Warner Robins, Georgia, weighing 275 pounds, Ron Simmons.
They retired his jersey at Florida State University. It's been documented. He, without a doubt, is Burt Reynolds' favorite wrestler, alumnus of Florida State.
But you know, talking about Burt Reynolds, I talked to him a little earlier. There's some great people here tonight. Jason Herbert, people all over here, Wonder Years stars from all around the world are here to see this thing. And this is one they came to see. Ron Simmons, Reed, two ex-partners going at it right inside the steel cage.
They retired Simmons' jersey at Florida State. He was the Sports Illustrated Defensive Lineman of the Year. And this is going to be an old-fashioned fight right here, I can guarantee you.
And ladies and gentlemen, during the entire match, Theodore Arlong will be suspended in the miniature cage.
Oh, Theo looks pretty good up there, Dream.
I'll tell you what, they're talking about it in there right now.
Well, they stopped talking and started fighting here at Super Brawl 91. With the impact that they're coming with, Dream, can this match have a, will it be a long match? I don't think could it be a long match?
I don't think either man is in here for a long period of time. The only thing that could make it long is if one man got the other man in a situation where he couldn't battle him. Right there now, right there, head against that steel right there. Watch out!
Oh! Simmons' shoulder first into the steel. Ron Simmons caught his head right in that steel cage. I don't know if anybody's been in more steel cage matches in the Bayfront Center than my colleague Dusty Rhodes. And Dream, this is a very dangerous situation.
Well, like you say, right here in the Bayfront Center throughout the world, to me, this is the most dangerous match in pro wrestling right here because you're locked inside this steel, brother, and when you hit it, it hurts you real bad.
Simmons reverses the Irish whip. Reed in chest first. Belly to back suplex on Hacksaw Butch Reed. Reed now in a lot of trouble in this steel cage matchup. Again, Simmons, Irish whip, but the veteran from Kansas City, Hacksaw Butch Reed, as we look at Teddy Long, who's got a great seat for this contest.
I tell you what, in a cage match, you have to be prepared to use the cage. You have to use it to your advantage, and that will bring that victory home for you.
Reed with that elbow right across the pectoral region, that massive chest of Ron Simmons. Simmons is bleeding, not only from his head, but from his mouth as well.
Well, you be bleeding from your mouth, too, if you ate some of that steel right there, Jimbo, and I've ate it right here, and I know what it feels like.
Well, I'm going to take your word for it conclusively. I'm as close to the steel cage as I want to be out here on the outside. And again, Reed viciously ramming Simmons' head and face into the steel.
Brother, he's eating some steel right here. I'm telling you. What I said, you got to use that cage. It's up there. Take it, use it, make it an advantage for you.
Reed now biting Simmons. Former Florida State Seminole has got to reach down. It's going to be the fourth quarter for him if he's not careful. Right to the face, the flat of the feet.
Reed's had a great game plan here. He's used the cage just enough. He's got Simmons on a bad road right here, brother. When you get on a bad road, you're looking for a good one.
Right hands, strong right hands by Hacksaw Butch Reed. Reed telling Teddy not to worry, he's got
him. Just looked up and say, don't worry, I got him. I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
Double axe handle right on the head of Ron Simmons. Simmons has been battered in the early going here by a veteran of cage matches, and that may be the deciding factor, experience.
I think that will overcome just about anything, experience. Right there, you see the experience, like you just mentioned, of Reed to use the ring, to use the cage, to use the ropes, to use whatever it takes to take the upper hand.
Fist right to the face by Hacksaw Reed. Reed again. Former linebacker, that fist right to the face, now blatantly choking his former tag team partner.
Well, Reed's been in control of this whole thing right here.
Simmons, though, fights back. Those kicks right to the gut. Fires back with heavy right hands. And Reed face first into the cage.
Turn around, baby, yeah.
He's stinging him with lefts. He jabbed him with that right. And Reed down on one knee. And look at Simmons hammer away. Oh, and again, Reed. What a great veteran move.
Going back to it. Use the cage. Use the ropes. The cage is up here. It's up here to have a finishing factor. It's up here for a brawl. It's up here to not be pretty. It's not to have fireworks. It's to be used. And the man that used it is the most experienced at this point.
Reed dropping Simmons right across the top cable. And Hacksaw Butch Reed, thus far in this steel cage matchup, has had the advantage. He has taken the fight to Ron Simmons. But let us not forget the intensity and the athletic ability of Ron Simmons.
Well, that has a tremendous amount to do with any situation, but he's taking a lot of punishment.
He's going for it right there, and he got two. A near fall, and Reed complaining to the official that the count was slow.
You know, sometimes you can have all that intensity like Pillman has, but it just don't work out in the end.
Reed setting for the pile driver. He hits him with this, and he did.
I believe that's it right there.
Could be all right here.
I believe that's it.
Long thinks so. Reed must think so. But Simmons says no.
Not yet, baby. Now he's reaching down. Little Seminole coming out of him here. We're talking about little Florida State right here, brother. It's 4th and 1.
I read an article the other day that Bobby Bowden mentioned that Ron Simmons was his first franchise player at Florida State.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Understand what I say. 4th and 1. He knows they got to get that first down or he's got to stop it. And we're going to find out where he's really at right here tonight.
Without a doubt, this is the most intense challenge of the young career of Ron Simmons. Reed has been in many, many cage matches. Ron Simmons has not. It is a supreme gut check.
Right here, you look at this now. Oh, that's a battering ram into the cage. Ron Simmons already injured. Ron Simmons already lacerated, already hurt, and Reed is just taking it to him.
Reed waiting till he stands. He's measured him. Left jabs. Rocking Simmons. Right in the mouth again. Simmons is hurting. Reed with that real powerful right hand, and down goes Simmons again. A lateral press, but the big man from Florida State will not give it up.
That's Teddy Long looking on right here because he knows that Reed is in control of this situation, but also I think he knows in the back of his mind he has handled Ron Simmons. They were world tag team champions. He knows that Simmons has got something way down deep in there that it's going to take a little more than a punch in the left eye to stop this man.
You hear that tremendous crowd. They've jam-packed the Bayfront, cheering, "Go, Ron, go!"
Good steps in here.
Referee Nick Patrick keeping a close eye on the situation. Many consider the cage match the most violent of all wrestling contests.
Here he comes.
Simmons back up to a vertical base. He nails Reed. Kick to the midsection, right hand by Simmons. He's exploded here offensively on Hacksaw Reed, but Reed countered with a neck breaker.
He countered because he knows what to do. He knows how to win. And Simmons is learning that. He knew it in football. This is another arena, another field of battle. Got to turn around here, Ron. Take a look, baby.
Reed up on the top rope. Simmons, this may be all for Simmons here. Shoulder block. Reed caught him with a shoulder block. Simmons foot on the rope, but stops the count.
Whatever he had left, he just reached down and got it. Because, brother, he's getting his butt whipped right now.
Reed continuing to hammer away, now pulling Simmons to the center of the ring. Kick to the abdomen, lower abdomen. Reed going for it, but Simmons pulled the knees up. He drove him into the gut of Hacksaw Reed, and there went the air from Reed.
Yeah,
and now
come on.
Simmons is up.
You gotta get mad, baby. You gotta get mad to get glad.
Strong right hand by Simmons. He is ready to fight now.
Here's my man now, baby. Here's my man.
Oh, elevation. Elevation by Simmons. And Reed now in trouble. Oh, high knee right to the jaw by Reed. Now Simmons is down again.
Every time Ron Simmons mounts an offensive attack, Reed cuts him off.
Again, the experience factor. Very important. And a double clothesline. Both men down.
I know both men are down, but I think that...
What?
Teddy Long. He just threw something into the ring.
I thought he threw something. I saw it.
I seen it, and I see it laying right there.
There it is.
Simmons went for it right there.
Well, it's laying there. First man that gets it can use it.
Anything goes, baby.
Anything goes in the cage. That's a steel chain now Reed has.
You got to watch out running.
Reed missed the roundhouse.
Oh, yeah.
Spine buster.
Yeah.
He got it.
He got it, baby. He got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Ron Simmons.
Teddy Long had a plan, but it did not work. Teddy Long had a chain. He was going to use it. What a hard-fought victory for Ron Simmons, and Theodore still up in the crow's nest there. Boy, what a tough match this was.
I'm going to tell you what, that's a cage match. If you're going to have a cage match, you got to be prepared for it. This right here, we see Teddy Long taking a chain, throwing it into the steel cage. The opportunity here for each man to take a hold of it, each man to get it. We know Ron Simmons didn't get it, but right here, he ducked right when we thought he was out. Spine buster, showtime. Florida State Seminoles 1, Reed 0.
Tremendous victory there for Ron Simmons. And of course, if you're wondering about that chain, no disqualifications in this particular cage matchup. Now, Dust, we've had some exciting things tonight. We still got 3 championship matches to come. But the next matchup is one that we've all greatly anticipated. Lex Luger and Sting to take on the Steiner brothers.
We're talking about 4 men, friends, traveling mates, training mates. We're talking about 2 men that are world's heavyweight wrestling champion. We're talking about being the best at what you do. And when you are the best, you are the world's champions. Luger, Sting have to beat their friends, the Steiners. I don't believe it's going to be friend against friend. I believe it's going for the gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to see a very competitive situation. And as we prepare for the World Tag Team Championship, let's take a very special video look at both teams.
The following contest is for the WCW World Tag Team Championship. It is set for one fall. Introducing first the challengers. From Venice Beach, California, weighing 251 pounds, this is Sting. His partner from Chicago, Illinois, 292 pounds. He is the United States champion, the total package, Lex Luger.
Lex Luger wearing the new United States Heavyweight Championship belt. The challengers with a tremendous ovation for this crowd.
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents from Detroit, Michigan. Total combined weight, 525 pounds. They are the WCW World Tag Team Champions. Rick Steiner, Scott Steiner, the Steiner Brothers.
The Tag Team Championship of the World will be decided here. The most decorated tag team in the history of WCW Wrestling, the Steiner Brothers. the world champions, the IWGP champions. That's the Japanese Tag Team Championship. They were the United States Tag Team Champions until the Freebirds won it here tonight.
I've been in a lot of great matches and a lot of big matches, but the intensity on these four men's face, the intensity on these thousands of people here, one thing is for sure, that this one, brother, if there ever was a main event, is a main event.
We all wondered how they would approach this match mentally. They had their game faces on.
We in for a treat, brother, I'm telling you.
They're shaking hands, great gesture of good sportsmanship. The World Tag Team Championship is the prize, and we are ready to go for one of the most eagerly anticipated Tag Team Championship matchups, and it's power versus power here. Rick Steiner and Lex Luger.
There's no finesse. You better bolt it down in your seat.
Collar and elbow tie-up. Test of strength there. Luger 6'5", 292. He may be the strongest man in this match. Rick Steiner at a low center of gravity, trying to force Luger into the corner.
There's no doubt in my mind that they know why they're in there, brother. They know what it's all about. They know what's up. They know that this is their chance at glory.
The Steiners won the Pat O'Connor Memorial Tag Team Tournament to end 1990. They began 1991 by winning the IWGP Championship in Tokyo before 65,000 fans.
I'll tell you what, too, another thing is, once the glamour and the glitter and the music is over, all the videos are over, everything is done, this is what it's all about right here. Took him down to the mat, right away went to him, close enough to the rope where Luger could get out.
Single leg takedown. Luger very intelligently went to the ropes.
I think he was pretty close there.
He got a clean break, too, which was refreshing.
Yeah.
Steiner, former All-American heavyweight at the University of Michigan, has that low center of gravity, as we mentioned. That may give Luger some problems. Luger taking Steiner down, and Rick Steiner reverses. Just moments, only moments. There's a double leg pickup. Steiner with a waist lock, and again, both men now are in the ropes. Will we have a clean break? Indeed we do.
Yeah, we had a clean break right there. They know what's going on. There was nobody hurt in that skirmish. You know what I'm talking about? They're right now jockeying around for position, feeling something that they never felt before. They're friends, they're training partners against each other, trying to take something from them.
Rick Steiner with a side headlock now on the United States heavyweight champion Lex Luger. Now it's Luger with the advantage, and another clean break. Collar and elbow tie up. They're locking up like bulls. Oh, man!
Brother, he bounced off of him.
He did.
Like a ball off a wall.
Well, and Rick Steiner's been dazed here. Steiner may be hurt. Luger got him up, and a power slam. The first, he's going for it. 1, 2.5.
He's got him hurt. That's the main thing. He's got Rick Steiner hurt right now.
Rick Steiner had an even more than normal dazed look on his face. Irish whip. But, oh, Luger missed, but Steiner did not. Got it, the back suplex. He planted the U.S. champion, and now Luger's in trouble. And a Steiner line, and there goes Luger.
You never felt that before in the gym, I'm telling you that.
Going for the cover. Referee Anderson got 2 out of it. Oh, what a Steiner line.
That was sensational. Luger needs to get a fresher man in there, and his partner Sting needs to get in here right now if he can.
Irish whip. Again, the backdrop, the elevation. Luger in magnificent condition, but so are the other 3 in this match. So Luger's going to take a lot of punishment, and can. And oh, man!
Brother,
he turned it inside out. Inside out.
I'll tell you what, I didn't mean to step on your toes right there, but brother, payback is, I mean, I ain't gonna say it, but payback was payback.
Got it. Oh, look at the strength. Luger military pressing Rick Steiner, and here comes the stinger.
Awesome, deafening.
Close guy. He took him over. Here, watch Sting. He'll take a chance here.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Gosh. High risk.
Brother,
They're going for the title.
They ain't nothing like it. They ain't nothing like it anywhere in the world. World Championship Wrestling.
Sting brings this man back in. And he takes him down.
We're talking about being dazed. He's dazed. Whoa! Wants to talk about it now.
The dog face scrambling right back up. Sting going for a, no, I thought he was going for a pile driver. He's got him in a backbreaker position, and that's the Steiner's move. Upside down. The page out of the Steiner's playbook.
That move mastered by the Steiners right there. They've been studying, brother. They know that. That was a great move.
A long time ago, Sting and Steiner were partners years ago. That's well in the history. And he's Sting now. Took a chance. And here comes Scotty, the master of the Frankensteiner, with a flat of the foot.
Right here's going for a suplex.
Double arm two. Oh, he is competitive. He is irate. This is a physical matchup. Tilt-a-whirl on the Stinger.
It is electric. It is electric here, baby.
There is nothing in the world like WCW. Sting got him
right there. That might be it. That might be the turning point that they need right there.
Sting dropped him across the top table. Sting tags in Lex Luger. Now can Luger take advantage? Scott Steiner obviously is hurt.
Yeah, he's got to get him set. He's got to go for the rack. I want to see the rack here. This is the time to go for it. You got him hurt.
You're watching four of the most popular athletes in the history of WCW, competing with tremendous fervor. Inverted atomic drop. And now the Stinger being set on the top turnbuckle. Scott Steiner belly to belly.
They're doing it all, baby. They're doing it all.
He's got to go for the pin here. 1, 2, oh, and a half. Just barely. Oh, Sting just barely got a shoulder up.
I'll tell you what, Scott needs to calm down just a little bit here. Stay on top of him now. Don't make no mistakes and bring this thing home.
Scott going for a clothesline. Right out here on top of us. Right out here on top of our monitor. That's a little ringside, a little too close to me, Dream. You may like it, but...
Boy, I'll tell you, we're right in on it, right here. They need to take control here. Go for the pin.
Oh, he's got him. He's got him. No, he got a shoulder up. Tremendous conditioning and desire and strength prevented the pin.
I keep bringing this up, though. He's got to set him for the rack.
Scott using a quick move there. Amateur takedown by Scott Steiner. Using the arm for the base point. Sends him for the ride. He's got him up.
He's got to go right. There it is.
He may go
That's what I'm talking about.
He may go for the rack right here. We said it could be the Frankensteiner versus the torture rack. Oh, counter. He countered the rack. Side Russian leg sweep. A counter by Scott Steiner.
That's why the Steiners are the world's heavyweight wrestling champion. Counter, offensive, they know what to do. They were in trouble right here, though. Both men down. Boy, it is definitely in here, brother, but we need, I know Scott's trying to get a fresh man in here.
Scott would like to tag his brother Rick. There is the tag. Rick Steiner, the legal man. Luger not aware of it. Bulldog off the top. Oh, my gosh. Elbow drop. Will this be it? 1, 2, and the champion, the U.S. champion, kicked out. Sting to the drop kick off the top rope himself. Tippers are flaring.
Yeah.
I think we had a tag.
Yeah, tippers are flaring, all right.
Scott's not aware that Sting had the tag. And the referee's not allowing a tag.
Yeah,
and Rick Steiner now.
Rick Steiner knew what to do.
He nailed Sting from behind.
It's broken loose now, baby.
Throw the amateur style out the window. They are competitive. The adrenaline is flowing. Oh, impact. Double knockout.
All right, both men now, we know that both teams are teachers. They tied, and they need to get some type of offensive game plan going here if it's still in the process of a game plan.
Sting wanting it tag, as does Scott Steiner. The World Tag Team Championship is on the line at Super Brawl.
There we go.
Sting's got the tag, and so does Scott Steiner. Two fresh men in there.
Look at him.
Exchanging right hands. Sting with a waist lock. Follow-away slam on Scott Steiner. Man, these guys they are hammering each other.
I'm going to tell you what, when you're this tired, you need to really reach back and bring it out. It's all at stake right here. Sting's got the upper hand. He needs to try a pin-in combination or a pin-in move right here.
Oh, Sting set a little early. Scott Steiner really nailed him with the forearm. Got him up. Uh-oh. Tombstone pile driver. No, Sting. Oh, what Sting? Oh, my gosh. Sting got it. Tombstone pile driver.
Brother,
what a move.
Unbelievable.
He covers him here. We may have new champions.
Right here.
And Rick Steiner prevented the cover. And Luger and the referee both.
Brother, all hell's broken loose out here tonight.
The referee is down. Luger fighting with Scott Steiner.
In the ring of the legal guys, my friend. Right here, Sting.
Stinger splash.
He needs to hook the hole on him.
Scorpion deathlock.
He needs to hook the hole on him. Who is this? That shadow looked like Nikita Koloff. I'm telling you, that looked like Nikita Koloff.
Oh! Sting pushed his own partner out of the way. Koloff had that chain around his arm. Sting saved Luger from getting nailed, but Sting just got popped right in the face.
Brother, he got hammered right there. No!
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners and still WCW World Tag Team Champions, the Steiner Brothers.
Sting has been busted open by Nikita Koloff's chain. Sting has been busted open by Koloff's chain. He saved his own partner.
They're still dazed here.
But Tony Schiavone, I know Tony Schiavone is in the locker room area. I hope that Tony will be able to get an interview with
him.
Nikita Koloff.
I want Tony to talk to him right now. I want to see him.
Tony's back. Tony's right. Let's go back to Tony Schiavone. Sting's hurt badly.
He's going after him right here. That's Tony.
Okay, here we are, Jim and Dusty with the Russian. What in the world going on out there, Nikita?
Sting was in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's what's going on.
Oh my God! Sting and
Let's see
Nikita
if we can follow. Guys, stay with them now. Stay with them.
They're fighting all over the back of the building, Dust.
I'm gonna tell you what, they're taking this thing right outside. It looks like they're going right outside the door in the parking lot right here.
They're outside. They're outside the Bayfront Center. They're in the parking lot. Koloff's got a chair outside. We got to get security out there.
I'll tell you one thing. Nikita Koloff just did the worst cardinal thing in the history of wrestling when he took from the Sting on them the World's Tag Team titles.
Oh, what a situation there. Koloff coming to the ring. Sting pushing Lex Luger out of the way. He took the blood of the Russian sickle with that chain around it. Sting badly lacerated. They may still be fighting out in the Bay by now.
I'll tell you what, that's a situation where we've seen the greatest tag team match I've ever witnessed, and we've seen what happened. Nikita wants it so bad, wants Luger so bad. At the sake of getting Luger, he got Sting, but Sting and Nikita now are on fire out back at the Bay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the World Television Championship is next. Let's go back up to Gary Capetta. Beautiful Bobby going after his first major singles championship after winning every major tag team title imaginable. Bobby Eaton on his own, no partner, no manager. He's a man's man, and he does his talking dream in the ring.
I'll tell you what it is, Jimbo. It's a rookie. A rookie, what I mean by a rookie, holding all the tag team titles. singled out now, individual, by himself. It's a new season. It's the first season he played alone.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Minnesota, weighing 248 pounds, he is the WCW World Television Champion, the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
A man that many consider to be the greatest television champion in the history of WCW. The Enforcer, the man with a dynamic left hand, the man that has perfected the spine buster slam. But we talk about his left, we got to talk about Bobby Eaton's right.
Bobby Eaton's right. We're talking about Arn Anderson's left, but we're talking about with Arn Anderson, I believe, the greatest television champion of all time.
Fans here solidly behind the humble young man from Huntsville, Alabama.
We are part tonight of the greatest wrestling, professional WCW wrestling in the world, and we're going to see a great World's Television title match here, baby.
Both men getting loose. Both men have extensive scouting reports on the other. I don't think that either can do anything that will surprise the other.
No, I don't think surprise that. You know, we talk about the Andersons. They were great tag teams. We talk about Bobby Eaton, great tag teams, but when Arn went out to be the Enforcer, whoa, there you go. You were talking right hand. Let's talk right hand, baby.
Oh, Arn Anderson stunned right there. Tremendous contingent of press from around the world, ladies and gentlemen, has still to come to settle the dispute. The greatest ever from Japan, Tatsumi the Dragon Fujinami, and Nature Boy Ric Flair. That will be for the World's Heavyweight Championship. But what we're watching right here, many people think, Dream, may be the best pure wrestling match we will see at Super Brawl.
Well, I tell you what, I know both men have the ability. They both have the know-how and the experience. I think Bobby Eaton wants to prove that he can be a great singles wrestler.
Anderson with the advantage. As you see the tremendous crowd on hand here in St. Pete. Of course, fans, we'll be back with you on Sunday, July 14th for the Great American Bash from Baltimore. Anderson, left hand to the ribs.
Well, the Enforcer himself has taken control early in this match, but sometimes you can go too early. You can use your steam up.
Anderson, nice reversal and a good counter move. And, oh, Bobby caught him with a knee right under the jaw. Caught him with a foot, that time right on the jaw. Oh, royal slide. Oh, my.
Yeah, he don't take a back seat to anybody with that move. That was a great move right now. He's got Arn hurt, got him injured, going for the pin right here.
Going for the pin right here. Got the leg hook, but Anderson too strong this early in the contest.
It's too early. It's too early. You got to wear him down. It's very simple. Arn Anderson, you're not going to beat without really putting some time and effort into that situation.
Beautiful Bobby with that arm barred, putting pressure down and away from on the shoulder. They're in the ropes now. Senior referee Nick Patrick assigned this contest, but he got no clean break on that one. Anderson has a little size advantage, about 11 pounds. Oh, Eaton's head right into the top turnbuckle. You could hear that one. Great right.
Here's Bobby going up to top. We're talking about the best that goes up there in these high-risk maneuvers. Bobby's one of them. Brother, he's trying to slam him outside.
Oh, face first on the ramp. Beautiful Bobby slammed off the top, face first on the ramp. And now this could be the turning point in this contest. He pile drives him out into the ramp. It's over.
Yeah, but he's got to think about getting counted out here, getting disqualified.
Oh, he elevated it.
Bobby needs to get back in that ring right there. If he falls in, that's fine. He just needs to get in there.
But unfortunately for Bobby, he can't win the title on the count out. He needs and wants the pin. Hey, that's one way to get him back in. No disqualification for bringing him outside in. Now Bobby up top.
Going back up to the top, what he does the best.
Double axe handle right across the shoulders. The back of the head. trying to hook the leg. He had trouble getting the leg hooked, and Anderson got a shoulder up.
Well, I don't blame him, man. That bump he took outside on that ramp from the top, that's going to get your memory bank just a little bit messed up. You're going to have a little trouble. But right now, he's trying to get himself back. I can see that here when he's taking control, got an arm, wearing the man down, trying to get his cobwebs cleared just a little bit.
As our friend and colleague, the Dean of Wrestling Announcers, Gordon Sully, has said so many times, it is a game of human chess. And these are two great chess masters, if that illustration is true, and I believe that it is.
I would say they are. But as we both know, right now, Bobby Eaton has to be offensively because Arn Anderson's the champion. Right there, you've seen a move by Arn. That's experience coming right out of here by us.
Oh, he's right here by us. He's around. And you can hear Eaton's leg smack on the steel. Anderson trying to incapacitate beautiful Bobby. Wrapping the leg right around the steel dream. Trying to injure the knee there. One of Eaton's greatest assets is his quickness, and if he's crippled, he can't go up top.
Yeah, if you break him down, like you say, quickness, using the top and do it, now he's going to have to go down on the mat, stay down there with Arn Anderson on the mat.
Bobby likes to use that Alabama jam off the top rope. He just got one leg. He can't make it up there. And now Anderson continuing to focus on the injured leg of beautiful Bobby Eaton. This is for the World Television Championship, and the champion has the advantage.
Arn Anderson right here, like you said, has the advantage. He's got Bobby hurt. He's working on that leg. He's broken down one thing, and that's Bobby's ability to go up to the top and being at full strength. When you're not at full strength, as you said about the leg, that's when victories are lost and won.
Anderson using the ropes for leverage.
It's a great move by him. I'm talking about KG. I'm talking about the enforcer right here. Referee obviously down, asking Bobby how you feel about it. With that leverage that is applied to the pressure on that leg, you would be surprised. It's like a 100-pound weight dropped on that knee.
Step over leg lock. Used effectively over the years by a lot of great ones.
Well, right, I'm saying right here, when he used that leverage, that knee driving into the inner part of that knee right there, it's like more weight than you can imagine. It can pop a knee, it can break a knee, it can take you out of wrestling.
Thus, we need to get you a telestrator.
A telestrator. I need to draw on this thing. I'm pointing with my finger, but nothing's happening.
Anderson working on that inside of the knee there. Very delicate. Working on the cartilage, trying to stretch the ligament.
He's taking away Bobby's mobile movement right here. Bobby can't move real well right now.
Bobby up on one leg, fighting back. He's introducing Anderson to every single turnbuckle in this corner. Anderson hurting.
Yeah, now then, Bobby. Bobby is not going to be at full strength. I don't care what he does, but he needs to try right there. Arn Anderson, the enforcer, is enforcing.
Anderson, again, showing the mark of a great wrestler. Working on that leg he has injured. Jerks it down right across the ring apron.
Brother, they are close enough to touch.
Oh, what a left hand. And we're bringing it right into your living rooms here at Super Brawl. Thank you for being a part of this, ladies and gentlemen, on pay-per-view.
Bobby Eaton's in a lot of pain right here. Arn Anderson knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh, right hand.
You talked about it. There it was.
Sweet home Alabama.
You talked about it. Alabama jam right in your face. But Bobby's having a hard time keeping his feet, brother. That knee's been broken down. It's hurting. I know how it feels.
Now Anderson working on the leg. That's a good move for Anderson right now. He's continuing to work on the leg. As we have said, it's lessening the mobility of beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Well, he just broke him down. I mean, he took 3 hard shots, 3 hard right hands. The last one put him down, but once he was down, he spotted the victim's leg, and this was Bobby Eaton's weak point at this point. He's went back to it. He's not only catching his breath at this point, he's not only putting punishment on that knee, that he is wearing Bobby Eaton out, brother.
Arn Anderson trying to get a submission victory here. Nick Patrick asking Eaton if he wants to give it up. Drops right down on the leg. Boy, Eaton wants this championship so badly that I know he won't quit, but he may be endangering his own career right now.
Yeah, but Bobby Eaton, as we know, he's been there before. And right here, now this here is a punishing move. That's not used to have a guy say, oh, I quit, uncle, I quit. That's to get him really torn down, knee out of socket. Then you look him in the eye and say, you want any more? And he'll either say, yes, I do, or no, I don't.
Arn Anderson front face lock, trying to go for a suplex. Eaton trying to extend his body and reverse it. He couldn't get him up and over. He could not get him. He couldn't execute it all.
It wasn't a full power because his knee is worn slap dab out, brother. He's used it and used it to his advantage. Arn Anderson, back to it.
Anderson, the consummate professional wrestler, going right back to work on the leg. That will be his focus, one would assume, for the balance of this contest.
There's no reason for him to stop on that leg. He's got that leg wore out. As I say, you can see on Bobby Eaton's face, you can see the pain, the blues, and the agony. What Bobby Eaton needs to do is from that position, which is hard, my friend, he needs to make a spectacular move to get himself out of this situation.
Eaton has got to either make a spectacular offensive move or Anderson's got to make a big mistake.
A big mistake. And when Arn Anderson, the enforcer, is in a match like this, he don't make many mistakes.
Both men back up. Oh, what a right hand. And that caught Anderson. Anderson cannot afford to take too many of those rights and retain his championship.
Well, he's staggering on two right here.
Kick right above the heart. There's a snap mare.
You see how he moved him around then, spun him around, got him in position right here.
Taking a chance. Oh, he pulled the knees up.
He pulled the knees up, but he pulled a bad knee up.
And Anderson caught him.
That's it, my friend.
Oh, spine buster slam, shook the rafters. Lateral press. Beautiful Bobby. This is all. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Bobby Eaton, he reached way down. He reached way back, got some of that Alabama pride right there.
Anderson may be just moments away from retaining his championship. Eaton with a right hand caught Anderson right in the abdomen. Beautiful Bobby measures him. There's the neck breaker. Anderson incapacitated here.
Bobby's going to have to pin him down here now because we know he can't go up to the top. We know his leg's weak. What's he doing here? I believe this is a mistake.
Beautiful Bobby is limping, but he's going up top. Will it be the Alabama
That's
Jam?
Barry Windham.
That's Barry Windham and Flying Brian.
There it is.
Alabama Jam. Off the
We
top.
got one. We got one, baby.
And ladies and gentlemen,
We got a new world television champion.
WCW World Television Champion, beautiful Bobby!
For all the skeptics that said it couldn't be done, for all those that said he was a tag team wrestler and nothing else. Oh, what the
Here
neck
he
breaker
goes right
took
into
him
the
away.
neck breaker right here. He's got the neck breaker on him, Bobby. I mean, it's definitely in here right now. I believed he couldn't do it. He went up to the top right here, the Alabama Jam. You see Brian Pillman, payback, my friend, a world television champion, Bobby Eaton.
Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight championship of the world still to be decided here at Super Brawl 91. And I think our colleague Tony Schiavone has his composure again after that brawl with Koloff and Sting. Let's go back now to Tony Schiavone.
Okay, Jim, Dusty, thank you very much. Moments away from the main event, the big match, return from the Rising Sun, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Maybe we can end the controversy tonight. It started, as you know, we were all there back on March 21st at the Egg Dome in Tokyo. And Nature Boy Ric Flair came back to the United States with the world title. And the question is, tonight, can we answer the question? Is Nature Boy Ric Flair the WCW World Champion, or will the IWGP Champion Tatsumi Fujinami bring the belt back with him to the land of the Rising Sun? And there he goes, the IWGP Champion. Mr. Matsuda, let me ask you a question. Can you give us some sort of statement as you go out now?
Yes, we are going to take this belt back to Japan. That belongs to us.
Well, that just about says it all. They are going to bring the belt back to Japan. Right now, let's go back to the ring area.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest of Super Brawl 91 is for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. It is set for one fall.
Here comes the entourage of Tatsumi the Dragon Fujinami. They are very focused in the back, as we saw in the locker room area. What's that say, Dream?
I don't know what that says, but I don't say that. I don't think that says welcome to America, you know what I mean? Fujinami, our country gets a chance live tonight, right here on this pay-per-view, to see, in my mind, one of the greatest wrestlers internationally in the world.
He is the IWGP, the International Wrestling Grand Prix Heavyweight Champion. One of the most popular athletes in the world. The legendary Lou Thez called Fujinami one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Made his pro debut at 17 years of age, has wrestled around the world. And when you leave United States, this man is a household word when you speak of wrestling.
Well, you know, a friend of mine, Willie Nelson, told me one time, I said, Willie, why'd you bring old Julio Iglesias over here? He said, my friend, when you leave this continent, we're talking about the greatest singer in the world today, international, and Fujinami is that same type person.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 240 pounds. He is the IWGP Heavyweight Champion, the Dragon, Tatsumi Fujinami.
Tatsumi Fujinami. In March, before 65,000 fans thought he had won the WCW World's title.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 242 pounds. He is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Puts that Rolex watch on the sterling silver serving tray. He's got his lady in waiting and his cook and all kinds of folks with him.
Well, I'll tell you what, right here we're going to get a big chance, a big thrill. Ric Flair, I've seen him today. He looks as good as he's ever looked in his life. He is the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Fujinami says it belongs to him. Tonight we're going to find out what it's all about, because all the glitter, all the glitz, all the music is just about over. It's showtime, my friend.
In St. Petersburg, Florida, there have been 2 title changes in the history of WCW. 1969, Dory Funk Jr. defeated Gene Kiniski. In 1979, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, defeated Handsome Harley Race in this arena. Can we see history made again here in this one?
Well, I think we can right here. This here is just a little bit of looking you in the eye and say what we're going to do here, baby. I think we can. This is a great building. It was a great building for Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. It is a great building for Ric Flair. Fujinami can make this building a great building for him.
Interesting situation here regarding the officiating. Bill Alfonso will be the backup official, the alternate official. Tiger Hattori, a great international official, will be the official of record.
Yes, he is, and we know that the situation internationally throughout the world, that happens a lot. We know that 2 referees are used from 2 different countries.
A lot of controversy when we left the Tokyo Dome. Fans internationally want to see the best man win in this one, and we hope the officiating was good in Tokyo. Just had the guy got ran over.
Well,
got annihilated.
I talked to both. That's a great move. I talked to both officials earlier, and I know for a fact they're not going to let anything go by. They're ready for anything tonight. Fujinami, great escape.
Fujinami turned pro when he was 17 years of age. He was a lightweight, weighed 160 pounds when he debuted in the pros. He is a very solid 240 right now.
Well, both these guys match up. They're both about the same weight, they're the same height, and I think they have about the same ability. That's why I think that this contest, we're going to set in here a while. I don't think this is going to be a quick contest.
Nice reversal, good set out into the hammerlock by Tatsumi Dragon Fujinami. Ric Flair with the advantage has him in the corner. Tiger Hattori is calling for the break. And Flair with a forearm right to the head. Oh. Boy, in Tokyo, those chops by Flair brutalize the pectoral region of Fujinami.
One thing, Flair here, I think he took a little bit of the intimidating factor out because he didn't intimidate Fujinami in Tokyo. He's not going to intimidate him here.
Flair with the forearm. Fujinami returns the chop. Fujinami now backing Flair into the corner. Irish whip. Fujinami with a high backdrop. Flair up in the lights on that move.
And you can tell both these men know what this is all about. There's nothing hurried here. Fujinami knows that he's got the Nature Boy in just a little bit away, but he's going to take more than that.
Fujinami, very unique wrestling boots. He'll use that to utilize his karate kicks. Nice drop toe hold. Trying to set him up in a bow and arrow.
Yeah, baby, he's got him in that. Now, this thing can hurt you bad. This will make you feel bad in the morning.
Tremendous pressure on the lower back of Nature Boy Ric Flair. For those that have followed his career, they know he sustained a broken back in an airplane crash many years ago. Could be a factor, Dust, in this one.
Well, you know, when all the times that I used to go up against Ric Flair, I had thought that too, and I went to work on his back. He has got that back in great condition, but this here doesn't help your back at all. We know that is a weak point. Japanese people have studied that, and you're going to see him probably take this like we've seen the leg with Arn Anderson and work on it.
Flair kicks Fujinami back into the corner. Nice move. Flair right up on the shoulders, though. 1, 2. Fujinami trying to reverse it, but Flair grabs a handful of hair. Oh, chopsy. And Fujinami returned the chop, putting Flair on his backside. Pulls him out of the corner. Going for the Boston Crab.
Well, this is what we're talking about now. The Boston Crab puts a tremendous amount of pressure on that lower back. If that's what he decided to do tonight, to work on that back, to break him down, to get this victory, then he's doing the right thing, brother.
Submission maneuver here. Our camera's taking you right inside the ring. The sights and sounds of Super Brawl 91. Submission maneuver here.
You see where he pulled him out there. He knows that Flair will use them ropes to escape. He knows that Flair will use them. So he pulled him out to the center where he can really work on that back. And yes, a man will give up at some point in time with enough pressure applied to his back right there.
Fujinami uses several submission maneuvers. One is his Dragon Sleeper. Combination of a reverse chin lock and a crossface. He's perfected a move copied by many, many athletes called the Dragon Suplex. But right now, he is working on the legs of Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well,
just as Flair worked on his legs in Tokyo.
Yes, but this thing here with the legs is true. He's got the legs, but this takes that spine right here below your buttocks and takes that and jars that all the way up to your neckcus.
Front face lock. Flair trying to grab the leg. Fujinami backs away from that. Slam there by Flair. Modified suplex by the Nature Boy. You know, Flair's back is hurting very badly right now. He's holding his back. Fujinami, a kick now to the knee. Fujinami keeping Flair off balance. Is he going to work on the back or is he going to work on the leg? And Flair thumbed him in the eye.
Yeah, I think that he's trying to take Flair from the shoulders down and break that part down. And that whole thing deals with the back and the legs.
Forearm there by Tatsumi Fujinami. Going for the cover, and Flair got a shoulder up. Flair now rolling. Thought he was going to come outside. He's outside. He's on the apron there. Fujinami got that front face lock. One thing's for sure, Fujinami can understand the referee. As he suplexes Flair back in, Flair landing sternly on his lower back again. He's having trouble with his lower back and his legs.
In a contest like this for the World Heavyweight title right here, Fujinami, watch this move right here. Even though he didn't go over that rope, that back right there against that top rope just really stung him, baby. But he went back and got it. Went back and got him.
Fujinami, very, very sound fundamentally, as is Flair. Right fist, chops. Flair has him on the outside. Oh, he dropped him right across the security railing.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not going to be stupid enough to think that Flair was going for the atomic drop out there. I know that the situation there was Flair needed some relief and he got some relief right now. So he needs to get himself back together here and take the battle to Fujinami.
Both referees imploring Flair to get back in the ring.
They popping leather, baby.
Oh, man. What a chop by Flair. And now Flair has the opportunity to regain the offensive advantage. Noticeably limping is the WCW World's Champion. Fans watching this broadcast in Tokyo certainly feel that Fujinami is the rightful holder of the championship.
And they got a good point, but the point of this thing is here, Flair is the World's Heavyweight Champion, the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He brought the belt in the ring. He's got to beat Ric Flair to take that thing back to Japan with him.
Flair now working on the leg. We know Flair's vaunted offense surrounds the figure 4 leg lock. And Flair dropping right down across the knee of Fujinami. Fujinami holding his knee. Referee Hattori almost encouraging Fujinami to get up. Flair now continue to focus on the leg. Drops down. And again, Fujinami screaming in pain.
He needs to hook it in right
He's
here,
going
baby.
for it. He's going for it.
He's got it hooked. He's got it hooked.
He's got the figure 4. It now may just be a matter of time.
You just see both referees there. Like I said, they're in the game right here. If he even says, I quit for a little bit, either one of these guys are going to pop on it, I'm telling you.
Flair has it locked in. And normally, under usual circumstances, the opponent would have already submitted.
Yeah, but these ain't usual circumstances. As you know, this is for all to go. Brother, that's insulting.
He may be reviving him.
That's what's going to happen right there. I think that's a bad move by Ric Flair. Fujinami now said that might have just snapped him out of it.
Very arrogant is the nature boy. Fujinami, one of the nicest guys I've been around in sports. Trying to turn Flair over.
Yeah, he's about got it.
He's got it. He leans back on it. And now the pressure is on the leg of the nature boy.
Now Ric Flair's in trouble, my friend, right here. All that pressure right on Ric Flair. But remember, Fujinami was in that hole, what, a minute, 2 minutes? When you're in it that long and you don't give up, it takes its toll on you.
Again, a gut check for the two men that want to be the WCW World's Heavyweight Champion. Flair with a chop, and Fujinami retaliates. Double leg pickup by Fujinami. Fujinami may go for the scorpion.
You see that right there? Leverage. Looked like he was going to hold the rope just enough to get him down. A lot of pain, a lot of pressure on Ric Flair right now.
Scorpion deathlock applied by Tatsumi Fujinami, and Flair just barely able to crawl underneath the rope that caused the break.
Fujinami here now is taking too much time. This is only a personal opinion. He needs to stay on him right here.
Oh, there it is. There's dragging a side suplex. They call that the Saito suplex. Lateral press. Oh, that was like 6 inches away. Again, Fujinami working on the back. Used the suplex, went for the lateral press.
Yeah, he's moved back up here to the top of the body right here, and I don't understand his reasoning right here. He needs to get back down to where he had Flair hurt.
Flair counters, belly to back suplex. Good move by the champion. Fujinami dropped right on the back of his head. Fujinami also has a bad back. He was out 17 months just a little over a year ago, and Flair obviously knows that.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Fujinami right now is in a bad way. Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion, now then can start to mount some offense. And in mounting that offense, wear Fujinami down a little worse than he is right now, because, brother, he's seeing birdies flying around there. Both men, hard-fought match, and this thing ain't over. I'm telling you, it's going to take a great effort to beat either one of these men.
Flair used a side headlock to take his challenger down. And Fujinami counters. Nice move. Flair on top, Fujinami trying to bridge.
Fujinami with a nice move, nice
strength.
move.
But his back is obviously weakened from the punishment thus far. Oh, it takes strength.
Just enough. See there? Took it right back down. Every time that back hit the mat, it took it out of him. He could be out right here. This could be the ending of Fujinami and his world title chances.
Flair with a foot right to the face. And now the self-confident Nature Boy may be gaining momentum. He tosses Fujinami outside. And that is where Flair says that he is the dirtiest player in the game.
Well, we're going to find out because he's going out after.
Flair takes him. Oh, they're right behind us here. Oh, good grief. Flair just hammered. Flair was hammered face first into the security railing. This time right into the post. And Flair has been lacerated. The heavyweight champion of the world has been busted open by the challenger. Fujinami now has turned the table. The championship of the world is in jeopardy.
It is in jeopardy, and I know everybody in Japan throughout the international world is watching this thing, and they know right now that Fujinami now, the offensive moves that he makes are very important, not to make a mistake at this point when you got Ric Flair hurt.
Fujinami batters a bloody world's champion. Flair shoving him back, but Flair is obviously hurt. Flair, you gotta hand it to him, he's competitive. Chop to the back.
Shouldn't have turned his back on him.
And Fujinami nailed the champion again. Chop to the head by Tatsumi Dragon Fujinami. The vaunted Japanese champion sends Flair upside down and back in the ring. Flair right to the top turnbuckle.
I've seen Flair in a lot of situations, Jimbo, and I know right now that this time in his career, he's really having to reach down and fight back with this thing.
Both these superb athletes were in magnificent condition when this match started. It has taken its toll.
If they wasn't, they wouldn't be standing right now. Both these men know the prize of a lifetime. The WCW World's Heavyweight title is at stake, the prize, the number uno, baby, and they ain't gonna fall without a fight.
Fujinami, right hand, has Flair in the corner. You see Hattori, Tiger Hattori, the referee, trying to get him back. Boy, Flair's got to regroup. He's got to mount some offense here.
We don't want to count him out, though, baby. I've been in there with him. That's a nice move. He missed the Oklahoma roll right there.
Flair trying to fight back up. Referee Tiger Hattori asking Flair if he's all right. Wants to continue. Tiger Hattori trying to get Flair back in. Flair's hurt badly. He is hurt very, very badly.
I'll tell you what about Mr. Fujinami now. He needs to, if he wants to regroup here, it's not bad to back off just a little bit. Don't play into Flair's hands. Don't go out, get caught in a situation, make a mistake, cost you the title.
Flair with a thumb to the eye there. Nature Boy Ric Flair with a thumb to the eye. And Fujinami trying to get him down. Slams him right off the top. And he's going for the octopus.
There it is, there it is.
That's a submission move made famous by Antonio Inoki, another Japanese legend.
That is a devastating power move right there. Your whole body is tingling. You don't know whether to give up or go blind. You know what I'm talking about?
It's a submission maneuver. Very rarely used in the United States, or should I say by American wrestlers.
Yes, but I'm gonna tell you what, Ric Flair knows. I know what it's like. I've been in it. Antonio Inoki had it on me.
The crowd chanting USA.
Great contest. This is what it's all about. World Championship Wrestling for the World's Championship Wrestling title right here. Ric Flair, great move, had to make that move to get out of there. Both men exhausted, my friend.
Flair just made the counter move of his career. If he had not made that counter, he's gonna have to give it up.
Yeah, you might say, like you said, a career move was just made by that man.
Referee's checking Flair. They want to make sure that he's not endangering himself so severely that they might want to stop this thing. Fujinami back up, hammers away at a battered and bloody world's heavyweight champion. But as Dusty Rhodes said, never count out the Nature Boy.
He popped him right there, baby.
They're giving it all they can, all they have, for the WCW World's Heavyweight title.
Fujinami needs to get on him right now and end this thing. He needs to go offensively with whatever he's got left. He needs to go for it.
Fujinami with a shoulder block, both men hurt. Flair out on the ramp, Fujinami out on the floor. This crowd, and neither do we, want to see a count out.
No, baby.
Too much controversy the last time they met.
I mean, this thing here, both men out. Fujinami trying to get to his feet. Flair barely able to stand on the outside. Barely able to stand.
Flair finally makes his way back in the ring. Oh,
whoa, baby.
What a chop. They can hold him. Fujinami may have him. 1, 2 3/4.
Brother, he got that shoulder up. I mean, that's as close as you're going to get to the chitlins and grits.
Right hand and a chop by Flair. And another chop by the champion of the world. Irish whip to the center of the ropes. And Fujinami, there's an inside cradle. Inside cradle. And he almost
had it, brother. That's as close. I'd say that again. I can't believe this. Right here, Ric Flair is somehow barely saving that WCW World's Heavyweight title. Wanting to fight now. Wanting to fight, baby.
What intensity. Much like we will see on July 14th at the Great American Bash. Fujinami.
Into the ropes. He got him again.
Trying to roll him up.
He's got him again. He needs to get around his side.
Fujinami just butted heads with Tiger Hattori. Flair has him rolled up.
That's it. That's it, baby.
Flair has won it. Flair has won it.
Flair has retained the World's Heavyweight title. Make no bones about it. That was a tremendous match. Flair wanted it just a little bit more. Reached down and brought it home.
Ric Flair has retained the heavyweight championship of the world. In a bloody brawl with Tatsumi the Dragon Fujinami. Fujinami and the referee butted heads there.
I can tell you what, Fujinami came a long way across the ocean to let something like that happen. And it happens that quick. And when it happens that quick, winners are made champions and losers go home.
I hope we can get a shot of Fujinami's chest just to give you fans of the illustration of how intense this was. Let's go now to Gary Capetta.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and still WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
It was a physically intense battle. We knew that it would be, Dream. And as I said, I hope we can get a shot of Fujinami's chest just to show the fans exactly how intense that match was.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, we've seen a tremendous night. Super Brawl, tremendous success, topped off by a great match. But I'm going to go back at this time, and we're talking about the World Heavyweight Champion Ric Flair winning that thing. I'm going to go back just a little step further and talk about, in my notion, throughout the world of 21 years of hard knocks, of chasing around the road, going up and down the road, 21 years have never seen a tag team match of the quality of Sting and Luger against the Steiners.
Let's go back and review a little bit of what we have seen tonight. To kick it off, we saw new United States Tag Team Champions crowned. What do you think about the Freebirds, and what kind of champions will they be, and what does the future hold for the Young Pistols?
I think the Freebirds will be tremendous champions. What I want to find out is who is Fantasia. I think the Young Pistols are not on their last leg. I think they will be heard from once again.
Fans, we want to go back now. Let's go back and take a look at the closing moments of the Heavyweight Championship of the World, with Flair retaining the championship. We're going to go back if we get the tape ready.
Well, I can see, I know it. I right up there on the big screen, Jimbo, we know that Ric Flair had the opportunity here to go for the pin. And as he did, head-to-head, as he kicked out, the referee was head-to-head, down they went. Flair rolls him up. Right in there, the other referee, 1, 2, 3, the World Heavyweight Championship, WCW, Ric Flair.
Bloody brawl there. We know that Flair has some great challenges ahead of him. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a tremendous night here in St. Petersburg, Florida. I want to thank our colleagues, Tony Schiavone and Missy Hyatt, and I certainly want to thank our colleague, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Dust, July 14th, it's the Great American Bash.
The Great American Bash, July the 14th, Baltimore is going to be on fire. Tour starts in the Meadowlands with the Wall Game.
July 3rd is that one, fans. For Dusty Rhodes, I'm Jim Ross. So long from St. Petersburg.